Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. It is finally that time. We are here for the first round of the season. The last lap live shows are back.
We're back,
boys
baby.
and girls.
We're back. The podcast kept you lot busy over the winter break. We were trying our best to keep stories going, keep talking about, keeping F1 relevant in the off-season.
Serious, yeah.
It was difficult in January, but once we got into February, things started happening.
Car reveals, we had testing and stuff just to really whet the appetite.
But it's all waffle. It's all waffle until the races actually start, which is finally today. Bahrain Grand Prix, round one of the 2023 season. Thank you all for coming. Appreciate you all taking the time. And welcome to today's guests back again. Dan, EngineMode 11, and Haydon, repping Stroll. Indeed. Glory Hunter.
Yeah, Glory Hunter.
Yeah,
so Aston Martin have started doing well.
On the bandwagon.
To be fair, like last season, I remember start of last season, Albon, Stroll, similar place around the back. You know, me and you, we were kind of, but then Stroll's just taken off. He's got this rocket ship and...
See you later.
How you feeling as a Stroll fan? There's got to be high expectations.
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying sort of being in that fight. Yeah, okay, he's about half a second off of Alonso, but he only has a quarter of a wrist. So over the rest of the season, who knows?
A toe as well.
Exactly, and he's missing a toe.
Yeah.
His bike's fine though, apparently.
Some pins added to his wrist, and that's extra weight.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah.
About half a second.
Doesn't get through a metal detector at the airport as well, so that was more stress getting here. So
it is funny with. Because half a second off of Fernando in qualifying yesterday, on the face of it doesn't sound great, but considering he had no running and testing, considering the injuries he's got, we saw he's having to adapt his driving to accommodate for the pain that he's going through. I think he did a pretty good job yesterday.
I'm happy with it, and we always know that Lance Stroll cannot qualify. Like, he just doesn't turn up on a Saturday. So the fact that he's P7 or P8,
P8,
just show up in the race, have some fun, gain some positions, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Dan? What are your expectations around Lance a lot? I guess, there's certainly a question as to whether it was the best choice to put him in the car because of the injuries and maybe Felipe Drogovic with the mileage until Lance got fully better. But what's your thoughts on it?
I respect Lance to having the balls to giving it a go and going out there and giving it a shot. I don't think he's going to be quite there with Alonso,
But that's a huge ask. Like,
I know,
there's been many a driver that's come up against Fernando and been made to look bang average.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. So, I mean, hopefully, look, this is his 7th season in F1 for Lance?
I think so.
7 or 8?
2018, I think, or 2017.
Yeah. As much as he's young, he's had a lot of experience now. And you've got to hope that, he's standing as F1. I think he's, again, it's easy to criticise Lance because of where he's come from and his route into F1. But at the end of the day, I think he's now a very solid, competent F1 driver.
Yeah, I mean, I am a Stroll fan, but I would never jump on and push that high that say, oh yeah, he's going to be a world champion one day. He's one of the greatest drivers. I think he can be as good as like a Perez or a Bottas, a great driver who in a race-winning car can win races, but I don't think he's got that consistency over a season to win a championship. But I think he definitely has that. I mean, he's stuck it on pole. He's got podiums in the past in midfield teams. So I'm sure that with this car going forward and developing through the season, could be a runner for a few race wins this season, or even just one. Fernando Alonso picking up the majority, but I'd take a race win.
Maybe, because obviously I know everyone got head loss on on social media about Aston Martin. But
it was strange, wasn't it? Because it was almost like 5th for Fernando Alonso. It was like man, disappointing. It's like, lads, this was a caravan last season, this Aston Martin. So
they both went out in Q1 this time last year in Bahrain, and so to get both cars into Q2 and Fernando, ahead of both Mercedes as well, the customer ahead of the supplier.
Ooh.
I mean, that's pretty big. There's been a lot of word around Mercedes as well. Words from Toto Wolff apparently, which I don't really understand because apparently Toto's kind of come out and said that this philosophy of car isn't the car to win races and win championships.
He's definitely sent some angry emails.
But
Toto's been at home.
I don't know.
He's watched Drive to Survive, and now he's finally taken Christian's advice. And they are going to change
True. Look, it's one of them that I remember I saw an interview with. Oh, we were saying before, Dan. What's his name? Is it
Mike Elliott?
Mike at Mercedes, and they were saying that the upgrades are going to be this philosophy of car, this kind of 0.5 pod, but whether it's they're thinking ahead for like 2024 maybe and just completely shaking it up for that, but making the best of what they can for this season.
Yeah.
So I think Mercedes expectations title, no, but I think fighting towards the front. I mean, they won a race on merit last year, so that I don't see why they can't do it again this year. Personally,
They're in a better position with the W14 than what they were in the W13 for the first race.
Yeah, definitely.
And by the end of last year, George won in Brazil. Title probably off the cards, but there's no reason why they can't be giving hassle to some of the teams up front.
Yeah, the problem is Aston Martin have now joined that top glove of teams.
The old toot toot, the Alonso hype train, mate. It's not stopping.
I wonder what you're going to say.
I don't care.
It's like you're really into your trains.
Yeah. I'm really into the Alonso hype train. That's what I'm into.
Well, because I was, I wanted to crunch some numbers after qualifying yesterday, and the field spread in Q1 between Max went quickest, I think, in Q1, and then De Vries was slowest in Q1. Sorry, Gasly, because he's got his time deleted, was about 1.1 seconds. Now, last year, the field spread was like 1.5. The year before that, 1.5. The year before that, almost 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So that shows, like, in terms of the regulations, I feel like they are doing some kind of a job. Like,
yeah, I don't think we'll properly know as well in the next couple of seasons, because that's when the difference in how much the teams get in the allowance of wind tunnel time and stuff like that is going to really start to show. So once that starts to come through, then maybe we're going to see the field a lot closer as well, which brings us back to, obviously, if Aston Martin, they finished 6th or just missed out on 6th last season. So they're going to have a lot of time in the wind tunnel that they can use to improve that car.
They were level
over
on
the
points,
season.
level on points with Alpha, but Alpha got a better best result.
Yeah, they want a goal difference.
But yeah, you're right. That extra 5, whatever percent it is, ATR time, that could for them to change 95% of their car and go from second worst car at the start of last year to, I mean, this is what McLaren and Alpine should be doing. This is what they've dreamt of doing for time, and it's like Aston Martin have just come out of nowhere and done it.
It feels like McLaren and Alpine have kind of gone just a tiny bit backwards as well.
Alpine definitely, McLaren.
Alpine stagnated.
Not as bad as last season.
Yeah, actually, in terms of for the first race of the season, see that McLaren was horrendous for Bahrain last year, so technically a step forward there. But yeah, it feels like Aston Martin have really just run away from everyone else. You know what's weird? We don't actually have a midfield anymore. It just goes from behind Mercedes and Aston Martin to the back,
and then the rest.
Yeah, there's no team
there's no one hanging
at the back really.
I mean, you look at 5 different cars from 5 different teams went out in Q1 yesterday. Yuki got through, and I think he ran a scrub set, I think, in Q2. So there was maybe more potential there. Alex had his front wing issue. He was saying he thought Q3 could have been potentially on. Lando almost made it into Q3 as well. So I think you're right. I don't think there is I don't think you can call it a midfield anymore, because saying midfield implies that there's a bottom end, but it's just everyone else.
It is literally, it's just field.
Which is great, but
just
field. Yeah. It's not mid. Some of them are mid, but
do we think that, because one thing I thought last season was that Aston and Mercedes both had better race cars than they did qualifying cars, and I would say the opposite maybe for Ferrari.
Yeah.
So, do we have predictions ready? Because we all did predictions beforehand, and we haven't. Well, I've seen your two.
Yeah.
What are you saying that for?
Did you put yours on the joint?
Yeah, mine was late. I breaking is it the 4th wall or the 3rd wall?
But let us know in the live
When
chat.
aren't you late?
We'll get our predictions up.
Yeah, well, I was out last night. So
everyone knows, last year I predicted 8 out of the 10 positions of the teams. So when it comes to wheel knowledge, right,
Yeah.
whatever my predictions are, I'm telling you.
He knows about wheels. He knows about circles, ladies and gentlemen. That is what I'll say.
Well, let's get them up then. See how accurate your predictions are today. Top 5. Oh, how have we gone?
Oh, we've all lent heavily into Fernando Alonso.
You two have gone the
We're
same.
exactly the same.
Because we know.
Look, so my theory is that as the race goes, the Astons and the Mercedes move forward relative to the Ferraris, but not enough for Charles to jump out the top 5.
You've gone
my
for a Fernando even ahead of Sergio Perez, though, as well.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a stretch. I think
I
think you saw our 2 predictions. You have to go a little bit different for that.
I hear that. That screams of I was a little bit later than the others.
Oh my God, Jeremy
changing it up a
Clarkson's
little.
there. Jeremy Clarkson's there. What's Jeremy Clarkson? I thought he hated F1.
He's just said he adores Formula 1 on the TV, mate.
I'm sure
Is that a
he's.
change of heart?
Yeah, but everything changes when you get invited out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
It's like if I got invited to a Formula E race, I'd be like,
Yeah,
I've always
yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
What Alda?
Massive fan.
That's basically
Electricity
then
and
when
that.
he got invited to London.
Bless him. Look at him.
Yeah.
His little hat. Bless him.
Yeah, we'll see how those predictions work out. But yeah, I was the only person who said Alonso not on the podium.
To be fair, I did predict Verstappen Perez 1-2 in qualifying yesterday.
Yeah.
So
I think they've got a very strong car. I think looking at some data that I've seen on Twitter, how true that's going to be because it's from Twitter, I don't know. But that's as far as my research
Valid
goes.
source.
That's
Yeah,
as
fair
far
enough.
as my research
Trust me,
goes.
bro.
accurate
And it looked
information.
like Aston Martin have really strong race pace. So if they can, jump Ferrari because of that, then Fernando Alonso is going to be the one. I don't think Stroll will get up there into the top 5. He's starting behind the Mercedes. I hope that he can have a bit of a battle with the Mercedes cars, but if not, I think I'm still happy with where he finishes in like P7 or something like that.
That's what I kind of worry about with Lance a little bit is, we've seen how he's uncomfortable behind the wheel, full race distance. If he's scrapping wheel to wheel, how does that's surely not gonna, he can't just drive fully instinctively where he knows he's got some pain, discomfort there. That's what I worry. It's more the wheel to wheel stuff.
Yeah.
In qualifying, fine, you can compensate, you can take a hand off or whatever, but wheel to wheel, you don't know what's going to happen.
I think, look, I just trust the medical people. They know what they're doing. They're in charge. They're the people who've got degrees, so they are there for a reason. If they think that he is fit enough to race, then he is fit enough to go for 57 laps. I think there's a lot of people on social media, and I think it's mainly because a lot of people don't like Lance Stroll. So if it was any other driver or majority of drivers, they'll be praised, being like, "Oh my god, it's so amazing! He's come back from recovery."
I think that plays a part.
You look at it in
Physically being lifted
MotoGP, riders get
I was
thrown
literally-
off,
yeah, I was literally about to say
surgery,
this,
and are
yeah.
back on the bike the next day, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, they're so brave! This is
Yeah.
amazing." Robert Kubica was driving a season with basically one arm. His other arm was not that usable, in all fairness, because of the injury that he sustained. And he could do races, he could do full-length distances, and everyone praised him when he came back. But Lance Stroll comes back.
When Fernando came off his bike and had his jaw welded shut.
Yeah.
Like, everyone was praising him
Oh
for
my
making
God.
testing.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good point.
It's just different drivers that have different responses.
If they can get out for the driver extraction test, then they can
Yeah.
get out.
That's the main thing, isn't it?
Like everyone
'Cause-
was pulling him up on the after FP2. It's after FP2. Why would you try and rush out
Yeah,
the
the
car
car's
after
not on
FP2?
fire, the car-
You
Yeah,
can
he's in the
ask your
garage.
engineers to help you out if it's at the end of FP2 to reserve that energy and save your arms for when you're going to need
Yeah.
it later
And I
on in
think,
the weekend.
getting through all the practice sessions and then sticking 8th on the grid, like he's clearly capable
Yeah.
for the race.
And he had a
So-
busy qualifying, to be fair, yesterday. Got a lap time deleted, then
Yeah.
missed the weighbridge.
Yeah.
Because they gave it so
That
late.
was unfair, yeah. That
Yeah.
was
And then he was just like on the back foot every single time. So I think P8 or P7, I can't remember where he is on the grid. I think it's
He's P8.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
P8,
yeah.
It kind of reminded me of De Vries actually in the Williams last year. But you remember when he finished at Monza and he was just like, "Help!"
Yeah.
His actual arms out. That was actually quite adorable. He was like get pulled out of the car, bless him.
Prediction, by the way, in the chat for Albon in P8. I think Tommo would be on the street if that happened.
Our points.
At least semi-naked as well.
Maybe.
Come
maybe.
down to London after the race and you
Less
can
of
see
the
it.
less of the semi. Less of the semi.
He'll be running down the high street.
Look, I think, honestly, I think there is a chance for any team, at least, any of the 10 teams to get in the points. Genuinely.
Apart from McLaren.
Milan's starting P11, but they're not looking great.
That's
are they?
concern. You know what was more concerning though was the Insta caption yesterday after qualifying, and it was like
McLaren.
Yeah, P11 was. Yeah, P11 was pretty
Good
good,
voodoo.
and it was like, no. That's-
What, he scraped through Q1 as well, exactly the same time as Logan Sargent.
Yeah.
Only benefit of setting it earlier so that he got through. So Logan had a slightly evolved track underneath him. I
Yeah.
guess that's why they do that, right?
Goal
Yeah.
difference again.
I just wanted to
That's
slander
it.
McLaren, to be honest. So.
It's,
They just want to slander everyone.
Everyone, yeah.
Anyone can get it. Anyone can get it, realistically.
chatting to Lando at the minute because they've talked about, same with Mercedes, upgrades are going to come in 3, 4, 5 races, however long it's going to take. There's an expectation for both of those cars to improve from then on, but also there's no, like Alfa Romeo brought a lot of upgrades last year that didn't work as expected, and that's why they kind of stagnated. There's no guarantee of anything, and I think where there isn't, you know, that field spread is closer now. You can't afford your drivers to make mistakes. You can't afford the team to make mistakes because you're going to get more punished for it because there's less of a, you know, like you had Williams on their own, then you had Haas and AlphaTauri together, no one near them. You had Aston and Alfa Romeo together, no one near them. You had McLaren, like, I don't think it'll be like that this year.
Yeah, I think the likes of the teams of the Alfa Romeo, the Haas, the Williams, maybe even the AlphaTauri don't necessarily have that big budget like a McLaren, so they have to be very careful with their upgrades and make sure 100% that they are going to work.
Yeah.
So that's why I think we saw over the course of the season they didn't quite catch up, or they were losing ground on the rest of the teams, whereas Aston Martin have a huge budget, McLaren have supposedly a big budget as well, Alpine are up there, so they're going to lose out to those teams. So those teams, whilst they've started off badly, I think over the season they can push back up to that 5th, 6th position. I think Aston Martin aren't going to lose hold of P4. I think if they finish P4, they're going to be very happy with that, but they are going to try and push further. But yeah, I think McLaren and Alpine can definitely look at further up through the field. And we're going to see with all teams just bringing upgrades slowly throughout the season, but also having to be really smart because they've only got so little time and so little money that they can spend across the season that they have to be smart with it.
True. Facts.
Yeah. In regards to AlphaTauri as well, I can exclusively reveal from my Red Bull days that we used to catch them going through the bins outside.
Oh, a little bit of carbon. We'll have
Franz, I see you down there.
Yeah.
Get out of that bin. To be fair, that's more accurate of Haas because they take more from Ferrari than AlphaTauri take from Red Bull, which is quite interesting. But got a couple of super chats we want to get through as well. So appreciate the support. Thank you, James. P1 Max, P2 Charles, P3 Alonso, P4 Perez, and P5 Sainz.
Strong prediction, that.
Interesting.
Strong prediction.
Go on, James.
Zero Mercedes contingent.
Benji as well.
Yeah,
Yes, Benji, with the Alonso in first place.
Yes, I'm a big fan of that.
full
Get
belief.
that train going.
Full belief that it's going to take a lot to overcome Max, though, isn't it? Like in that Red Bull. I mean, they didn't seem as happy this weekend compared to the test.
Yeah, I don't think it was as dominant as a lot of people were expecting, actually.
Which is great.
Which is amazing. Yeah, obviously, I'm not saying that as a
Perez was a lot closer as well than usual.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign for at least us, if it is going to be a Red Bull dominance, that maybe at least we can have two drivers from the same team have a bit of fight rather than Max Verstappen run away with it.
Red Bull civil war, mate.
Q1, Checo was a 10.5 off Max. Q2, he was 2.5 tenths. And Q3, less than 1.5. So yeah, if Checo can be within 2, maybe 3 tenths of Max this season consistently and not fight too hard with Max, I think he consolidates his future at Red Bull because that's what Red Bull want. I think. You know, would you agree with that, Dan?
100%.
There you go.
There you go.
From the horse's mouth.
Fuck it, slap Daniel Ricciardo back in the car.
See, if Checo doesn't get closer, because I think where you've got Aston Martin up there now, potentially being a thorn in Red Bull's side, as well as Ferrari and Mercedes, that's where it potentially comes up.
Alonso world champion train is now boarding. The hype train is serious today.
Is it a train that starts slowly but then gathers momentum? Because that's the thing.
Yes.
Can Aston sustain this over the course of a whole season?
I think looking at last year, yeah. Because they grew so much over last season. I know it's a bigger task going up against the big teams, but I think they've done really well at hiring the right people in the right places, pinching people, big, engineers off other teams.
Yeah.
And the facilities aren't even built yet. So once they get those facilities underway, then they're going to be able to provide those people with the right tools to try and, fight it at the front. I don't think they're going to leapfrog Red Bull and be the best team at the end of the season, but they can definitely sustain themselves at the front.
Well, let's go for a bit of spicy take. There's every chance they could be, because don't forget Red Bull are carrying an aero penalty. Wind tunnel testing 10% less.
True.
Which brings them down to 62.5%, I think.
Yeah, 60, something like that, 63. Yeah.
What is Aston? Because Aston must be like
110
something.
like
Yeah.
I think, yes, P7 is 100%.
Yeah.
And then it's, 105.
That is a lot.
115 is the top end. So.
That is a lot.
That's almost double, literally, what
they'll find themselves later in the season in a position where they'll have to say, right, do we continue bringing upgrades to this car, or now do we focus on next year's car?
Yeah.
That could be decisive.
Oh, man. Yeah, he's winning the championship, lads. Yeah, no, he's winning it.
Lance Stroll is. Lance Stroll. Yeah. No.
Speaking into it.
No.
Speaking into it.
No.
But I think,
Train's delayed.
because, when Fernando returned, when Fernando came back to the sport, and I think there were a lot of naysayers, myself included, a guy coming back at his age after timeout, Alpine were, for him to now potentially have a car to fight for race wins and seemingly be every bit as good as he was in, 2019, 12 arguably is his absolute peak. It's mad impressive, and he says he's in the physical fitness of his life. He's had the best preparation ever. Like, I mean, him and Max scrapping at the front, because I feel like they're very similar drivers as well. I think Fernando sees a lot of himself in Max, and I think to see them actually scrapping at the front
would be nuclear.
Please.
Mate, oh my God.
Please.
So, random little tidbit, a little bit of trivia for you.
Here we go.
It's a big ask, but if Alonso wins the title this season, there's only 2 other drivers that are older than him that have won a title. You know who they are?
Fangio's one, yeah. And then...
Nigel Mansell?
It's got to be one of these Donnies from
Mansell was 39. And
it's not louder when he
Alonso
came back again, is it?
41, yeah.
It's not louder when he came back?
No. And do you know why I'm keeping you hanging? Because I've forgotten who the second one was.
Fair enough.
Chat, come on. Does live chat know? Oh, Viz's here. Big up
Chat,
Vizza.
let us know. Oh,
Shout out
Vizza's in the
Vizza.
place. Go on,
Shout
the
out
Burnley
Vizza.
boy.
Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Was it like Farina or something?
Yes.
Giuseppe Farina?
Yeah.
Because he won the first one in, I think, 1950.
Yep.
Back in my day.
Yeah.
In your
Yeah.
Back in my day. He was in secondary
Back in
school.
the glory. Imagine
Yeah,
watching
it does
F1
wonders
for that
for
long and
hiding
still
those
have
grey
no wheel
hairs,
knowledge.
Tommo.
Yeah. They are coming through, yeah. And the hairline recession is... It's quite a recession.
Chat know who it
It's
is.
2008 levels of recession, that is.
Foolishness.
Got to be self-fair. Also, someone we've got to talk about, Nico Hulkenberg putting it in Q3 on his return to Haas.
Yeah.
Hulkenberg.
And
with
I
a
said he was
bang.
washed. I said
Never
he
in
was
doubt.
washed.
Never in doubt.
I was in severe
I did
doubt.
retweet the apology form, Nico Hulkenberg apology form on Twitter. So if you want to sign that to anyone who's slandered.
No, I'm
not-
good because I'm sticking to my guns. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care.
You've made your bed, you're going to lie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lie in it. Even
on-
if he's on the podium today, he should have come second.
Free race probation, and then we see where we're at the end of that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's a good... Because qualifying's never been his issue. Like
Well, no, he's
Hulkenberg
stuck
throughout
on
his
pole,
career.
hasn't he, before?
Yeah, put it on pole.
yeah.
Like when he came back in 2020 and replaced Lance,
third, I think, on that one, didn't
P3
he?
in quali and didn't work out in the race. Like that first race,
Yeah.
he couldn't even race. The car broke before he could even
Yeah,
start.
yeah.
So I think if you look past the numbers and he's not got a podium, like there is a quality racing driver there. You
Yeah.
can see there's clearly a reason why Haas brought him back, and I think we saw that yesterday, and I think we'll only continue to see that as the season
I
goes
feel
on.
like he's always been good. I've always been a bit of a supporter of him, but again, I think I put him under that umbrella of like a Bottas and a Perez. There's a great driver there, but not consistent enough to be a champion or something like
I'd
that.
agree
But
with that.
someone that, like a Haas, they needed somebody who could just go in there, be solid, be consistent, get them the results, not crash the car. And I think Hulkenberg's a solid pick for them.
What is it with Haas and taking drivers that have been sat out for a while and then they come back in and immediately do really well? Because we had K-Mag last year.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere, didn't he, to replace
the year out.
Yep.
Peter, and he did really well.
Yep.
Now it looks like the same could be for Hulkenberg.
Yeah.
Is
It's
it the magic
difficult though
Gunther
to
effect?
replace Nikita and look good though, is it?
Wow.
You know?
True.
I mean, yeah, even we could do it.
Low bar, that is. Yeah, that's fair. Right,
Yeah,
let's get some graphics up on screen, shall we? See what we're in for today.
Yeah, the qualifying grid. Qualifying grid.
Verstappen ahead of Checo, Leclerc, Sainz. So it's all Ferrari, Red Bull front row, but that doesn't tell the full story. Alonso P5, George, Lewis, Lance, Esteban, and Nico Hülkenberg.
Esteban Ocon battering his teammate as well. New Alpine
Indeed,
teammate, Pierre Gasly.
indeed.
You've got Lando just outside the top 10, then Bottas, Zhou, and Tsunoda. Your boy Alex Albon there in 15th. Logan Sargent, I think, did a really good job, honestly, in quali.
Very good job. Very good
Underrated,
job.
to be honest with you, with Magnussen, Piastri, De Vries, and Gasly, because he had his time deleted at the back of the grid.
But you were saying before, actually, Gasly, even if his time hadn't been deleted, he still would have gone out in Q1.
Yeah,
gone
still
out.
would have gone out
Yeah.
if he won.
So
Yeah.
not, I mean, again, it's new team. I know it looked good in testing for Pierre, but I mean, Esteban's been at that team for a long time now, so it shouldn't be a massive surprise that at least at the start of this season, he'll be ahead of Gasly, I think. But as time goes on, I think they're very similar caliber drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got two good drivers there for sure. I mean, Gasly was kind of being caught up, I feel like, by Yuki Tsunoda in terms of pace. Yuki Tsunoda was kind of making a few more errors last season that made Gasly look a little bit better.
They're
but
actually pretty
I think
even
they were pretty
overall.
even
Yeah.
at the end of the season. So, you know, Gasly going to Alpine, is that going to be the undoing? Because everyone recently has been a big fan of Gasly and thought that, you know, there is actually a really good driver
Well,
there.
that 2021 season was insane. Obviously,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
outside of the win, like he was regularly best of the rest.
You're right. He was.
So,
And the thing is as well, Gasly's caliber of teammates hasn't been anywhere near the quality of Ocon's.
Yeah.
Ocon's had Ricciardo and like this is before Ricciardo went to McLaren as well.
Yeah.
Like, arguably, I think Ricciardo 2020 at Renault was arguably that in 2014, like prime Ricciardo, Alonso and Perez.
Yeah.
That's three proven race-winning quality F1 drivers.
Yeah.
Gasly hasn't had
His
that.
next teammate will somehow be
challenge.
Lewis Hamilton. Do you know what I mean? It's that sort of level of like.
You're calling Lewis Hamilton to Alpine?
Gasly was teammates with Max for a little while. I know everyone wants to forget those 6 months like they never happened, but I'm afraid they did.
Yeah, but that doesn't go in his favour for this argument, does it?
I never
'Cause
said
he
it did.
get-
I'm just saying.
Yeah, when he did have that high caliber teammate, he got. But then you know, how much do you hold that against him because of what happened to Alex, what happened to
Put
Sergio?
respect on Brendan Hartley's name, okay? There is a high
Brendan, Jesus
driver there.
Christ. That seems like a whole different era.
The hair
Yeah,
to
it
match
did.
the talent.
But you know what, Brendan, sports car legend.
Yeah.
Mr. Le Mans.
Yeah,
You know?
shampoo legend as well. You know, head and shoulders for
shoulders.
days.
If
Maybe
those
it's
F1
Maybelline.
races were 24 hours long, he would have won them all.
Thousand.
Hulk-
That's mad. They need to do a Formula One, a 24-hour Formula One race, actually.
Hulkenberg's a 24-hour winner as well, though, isn't he? And Alonso,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a few potential Triple Crown. I think
Yeah.
Alonso, hopefully one day he goes.
Stroll was
Crown.
probably awake for like 24 hours once as well
Yeah.
at one point. So
Max
he's basically
Max
up
is
there.
definitely doing Le Mans at some point, isn't he? Of course. Right, that's bound to happen. Oh, Alonso P5 and on merit as well. No shenanigans, no like messy weather putting Aston Martin out of its place. This is its place now, which
Charles
is
Leclerc set an exactly 1 minute 30 lap time.
Yeah.
on the dot.
I was going to say, because they didn't put the rest of the time there. I was well confused.
On the dot, Charles Leclerc.
What a mazza.
It's one of those things that's just weirdly nice to see, isn't
Yeah,
it? When
it's-
it's like
yeah.
bang on the dot.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
mean
yeah.
anything. You don't get an extra
Weirdly
point
satisfied.
for it.
He should get a bonus.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe there should be style points in Formula One. And things like that should be
Had
a
a
style point.
close-up shot of Lewis in the car, and he still had his nose ring in, nose stud in.
No,
Yeah.
That's been quite controversial.
God.
Studgate.
Yeah.
I could not. When that came out, I was like, oh my God, not again, please.
I'd be banned. Nose ring, the earring's not in today, but
That's it.
They don't even know about the ones underneath the
Yeah,
under your clothes.
yeah, the one in the underwear as well. That's a nightmare. Fucking hell, that doesn't come out. Pause.
F1's back, baby.
Yeah,
F1's back,
it is.
baby.
Let that one cook. So what we think?
Who let
is-
him cook?
Turn one, obviously Max is starting P1. Perez, yeah, does Checo chuck it up the inside?
Yeah, I want Perez to go
Cillian.
for it because
100%.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
A first race.
If
You're not
Perez
gonna do
doesn't-
it now,
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
Because it doesn't feel like, from everything we've heard about Checo, he hasn't accepted fully, at least externally, that he's number 2 driver. I guess how much does he accept that, and how much would he push against that and try and fight Max and go wheel to wheel with Max?
like as a racing driver, you wouldn't accept it until it's done, until there is no mathematical possibility for you
drivers-
to win it.
Or
So
until it's in your
some
contract.
do, and I feel like
Barrichello's a good example. I think.
Barrichello and Bottas, you know, because there was always that pressure of just being like, I feel like Perez just like, I don't care, I'll find a seat elsewhere.
Yeah, but
Because I think Valtteri pushed against it for the first maybe couple of years, but then I feel like he
Yeah.
just kind of accepted that
Yeah,
role.
It was the
eventually.
whole James whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
going to be sitting
7.0.
there on the start line, and in his head, he's going to be watching the lights and replaying that Brazil moment with Max.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Go,
Narnia.
turn
I'm
one.
Just doesn't break,
wow.
just takes them out.
Yeah. I'm gonna Narnia this man.
Helmut Marko, this one's for you, pal.
I'm excited, people. Everyone, drop a like as well on the stream while you're here, and make sure you subscribe to the Last Lap YouTube channel.
I was gonna say, yeah, turn those notifications on as well, so you know when we're next. Well, you know when we'll
That's
next
it.
be live because it'll be when there's another Grand Prix. But you know the score.
Be live again. Podcast will shoot straight after this as well. Go over what happened in the race in a bit more depth and detail. Hopefully, it's a banger. Hopefully, it's one to remember.
Interesting. We've got starting tyres here. Everyone's soft apart from Magnussen, who is in fact hard.
Oh, very interesting. He is really excited for this first
Massive.
race.
Yeah.
And what tyres are you on?
I'm surprised because there was a lot of talk, at least in testing, where they didn't think anyone would want to use the hard tyres just because they just looked really bad.
Yeah.
Like they looked like they had no grip at all. So, you know, high risk, high reward. Try and stay out for as long as possible. Wait for a late safety car. Jump a lot of drivers. So
Yeah, it's between.
Oh, someone is off the track right now. There we go. Yeah. 'Cause that was
Careful,
Stroll.
Lance is off track already.
Yeah, Stroll.
he's just exploring.
yeah.
Exploring the limitations of
Yes,
the track.
yeah. Track limits on the formation lap, Lance. Track limits.
Good man.
He just wants to get black flag and come in already. I'm done.
Yeah, his wrist's painful. He's forgot to take Nurofen before he's gone out there.
Pit stop, get Felipe, jump in the car, driver swap. Bosh.
I'm interested to see Mercedes race pace and how this plays out.
Yeah, Mercedes and Aston Martin race pace is going to be...
I think Ferrari's tyre degradation could be an issue for them, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Is this a replay of Lance?
Yeah, he did lock up that front left.
I feel like
you can't go up on the
I feel like that's the fastest line around there, in all fairness.
Right, is it? Yeah.
There's a lot of grip out there. Keep his tyres
To
clean.
be fair, Lance, I can never get that corner right in the game, so I understand, mate.
He's not the first person to do that, though. To be fair.
Foreshadowing. Yeah, he's just getting prepared for whatever.
Yeah, there's going to be a
foolishness
big
comes
crash
later.
there, and he's ready just to go round the outside of everybody.
Yeah.
And
That's
overtake
where
them all.
Perez takes out Verstappen.
Exactly. There'll be a big pile up.
Yeah.
You look
Stroll
through
leads.
Stroll's career, and he's often picked up the pieces when things have gone wrong for others. And maybe this will be one of them races, you know? Big
Maybe.
Red Bull, Ferrari clanger up front, and then he just sweeps up all them points. Lovely.
Mick Schumacher there in the Mercedes garage.
Yeah, that's
Toto, please can I have a seat next season.
Yeah, could be a lot of
into
people.
Reese's seat, wouldn't he? That's where Reese used to sit.
A lot of people are going to be complaining at home. Why haven't they put Mick Schumacher in the car for this race? I don't know if you saw it
What
testing.
you
A lot of
mean?
people
Really?
testing were like, "How dare they not put him in for one of the days?"
Oh, how dare they? Yeah, no.
Okay, everyone.
The
Pierre
reserve
Gasly
driver. Yeah, sorry about that.
pulling into his pit box. Not pit box.
It's
Start box. There we go. Not pit box.
It's gone the wrong
Yeah,
way.
it's
Would be a
Don't worry.
concern. Get out of there, Pierre.
Oh, okay. Come on,
Brace
boys.
yourselves, lads.
2023.
actually back.
The green flag's out. How many lights? Come on.
Oh,
we
One.
go.
It's 2. It's 3. It's 4. It's 5 lights. Let's get it.
And we are
Come
underway.
on.
Poor start for Perez. Poor start for Checo. It's over.
fine. No.
Checo.
Oh
my God.
word.
Oh,
Massive squeeze from Leclerc.
madness.
oh, the Ferraris and Checo almost tripped up over each other big time there.
That would have been
Fernando.
an airplane crash, by the way, because it was all three. It was three abreast there.
Yeah, when you're free white because you don't know where the other car on the other side
I
is.
really want to see the replay for that.
Check
Science
out
now going to
side
go
to
around the
side.
outside.
Oh my
I
god!
think there might have been a bit of contact there.
That was
I think
the two Astons coming together,
I think
close.
the two Astons have made
Aston Martin
contact.
touched.
Oh,
Aston
Did they
Martin
come
said,
together?
"Oh no, not like this."
I don't know. I think they may have held it. I think they held
I
it.
think they've gotten away with it, but George
thank
just
God.
managed to
Okay.
get past Fernando Alonso. In fact,
Fine
both the
margins.
Mercedes are ahead of
Alonso just did the
Alonso.
biggest switchback as Stroll was trying to overtake
Yeah, I
Russell.
know. Yeah.
Oh my god!
the Alonso hype train is delayed by.
yeah. It's a southeastern rail.
Fine. Race pace.
It's all right. It's okay.
Race pace merchants. There's an Alfa Romeo who's made up a few positions.
Fernando
by the look
Alonso
of it.
team radio, by the way.
Yeah, Valtteri Bottas. P.
That
get
Alfa
very
Romeo is
techy.
quite annoying because from the front it looks like a Merc and from the rear
Oh.
it looks like a Ferrari.
So Joe's had a
Something-
shocker off the start. Valtteri's had a really good start.
Yeah, I was going to say, a piece of bodywork's just come off.
Albon P12, baby.
Lewis Hamilton up to
Let's get
P5,
it.
by the way. What a start.
Let's get it.
We love
Yeah,
that from Lewis.
that's it. And then that's important though. Ferrari getting ahead
Williams.
of Checo from a strategy point of view, long term.
It's already a long, it's a long day for Max in terms of just doing what he likes now.
Yeah, he's not got Perez to hold the fort. You know what I mean?
1.2 second gap already.
Shout out George Russell, who apparently has the fastest lap before we've even finished the lap.
Yellow flag
Yeah,
sector 2.
impressive.
Why is there a yellow flag sector 2?
I think it's the
That
debris.
Debris, right?
Someone's
Yeah.
got
Do you
reckon?
work.
Oh, sparks all over the bloody place.
Yellow flag sector 2. Who else has moved?
The Williams
Reese
done
Gasly
really
about
well.
the Same.
Hulkenberg had a shocker.
Yes,
that's
yeah,
pit
Hulkenberg
street.
did have a
Places.
stinker,
Inside of
didn't he?
Joe.
10th to 14th. He's forgotten how to start.
Sargent and Albon up 3 places each. Go on, the boys.
Yeah, the Williams lads, that Duracell battery in the top of the car.
Tell you what, both
Got
Williams.
working overtime.
Williams P12, 13.
yeah, look at
Literally
you.
what we just
Yeah,
said.
bits,
yeah,
mate.
well, yeah,
I know
he's
you're getting old and your
late,
hearing's
late
going.
to the
Oh,
sorry.
God. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, Lance, no.
Oh, no.
He's just. That was
he
a
is-
big bit of contact.
He is so lucky, by the way, that didn't turn around Fernando.
Lawrence Stroll's going to have a new favourite son. after this season.
And he literally only has one son.
Lance, man, that was not good. He just went far too hot into that corner. That kind of reminded me of Russell's science in US last year, where Russell just went far too hot into the corner.
The thing about that is, realistically, you could easily predict that's where Fernando was going to go.
Maybe. I mean,
I don't know. It felt
know,
like that anyway.
If you break
I don't
too
know.
late, you
Fernando's out
can't
loud.
get it stopped.
Yeah,
then.
Yeah, but
it's a rapid.
he's going for the overtake on Russell alongside him. Alonso's trying to go for the
God.
switchback on Hamilton. It's just miscommunication. Obviously, you can't. There's no
Once you've
chat
broken that late,
in
you
the
can't.
cars, you can't hear what your teammate's doing.
Yeah. That would be great.
Verstappen's already opened a
be great.
2-second gap to Charles Leclerc, by the way. Already broken
Oh, no.
DRS.
Verstappen's checked out.
So,
All right, that's the 2023 season over then. I'll see you all
next year,
later.
guys.
Yeah, like and subscribe, everyone. Have a good run. That's the last lap for you.
that's a great start from Logan Sargent, though. I'm chuffed for him. Chuffed
Go
for
on,
him.
Logan.
Up 3 places. Early
Logie
doors.
boy.
I'll have a Five Guys burger in your honour tonight.
I want to see what happened to Joe. He must have got caught out because he's lost, 5 places for 4 places at the start.
Yeah, I think like Bottas gained loads. He dropped down the same amount of positions, didn't he? They just kind of separated.
Mate,
There
that
was
3
just a
wide
difference
was so sketchy, though. Here we
Inside
go.
Yeah, I want to
outside
see.
line.
I want to see it on board from Sergio Perez because he was right in the middle.
It's just Sainz was on the outside.
Caught napping.
And then Leclerc's kind of
Oh
squeezing
my
Checo,
God.
and Sainz is almost there. Let's get out of it.
Lance absolutely squeezes
happened to-
Lando.
Yeah,
I think Joe just got a bad start.
Yeah,
I think he
I
just got a
agree.
bad initial launch off the line.
Joe, you're going to have to give him some lessons on the F1 game, Hayden.
Yeah, I'll let him know.
Starts, you know.
Yeah.
I'll let him know when he's back.
So then Stroll just breaks late.
I don't think it wasn't.
It's not- he didn't break
broke
particularly
the same time
late.
as
Yeah, he
George.
did.
It was just Alonso broke early to do the switchback.
Yeah,
I
that's
still
true,
don't
actually.
understand how it didn't turn Alonso around.
No,
That's
they were both
crazy
very lucky
contact.
here, but oh my god. Look at that.
Oh.
This is going into turn 1. Very, very close between all of them. But everyone got through.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone made it. Everyone
All
survived.
20 cars are alive and
Yeah.
well.
Yep.
So,
Alive and well.
well, we don't know about Fernando and Lance Stroll. I think because he hit it front on. He hit
Yeah.
Fernando front
yeah,
on.
his nose almost. He
It was just
bonked
the
him.
nose
He bonked
clipped
him.
the rear wheel.
Fernando.
Bonked.
Fernando,
is the
I've
official
been hit.
technical term.
Who was
Official
it?
one, yeah.
Don't worry about it, Alonso.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
yeah,
don't worry.
you just keep
don't
driving,
have
mate.
to know
Yeah,
who
no.
hit you.
We actually don't know, mate. Sorry. The on-board's lost.
Nico
What happened
Hulkenberg
there?
on boards.
Who's Nico here?
At the inside
Anyone?
of
Oh, I mean,
Oh.
well, I mean,
Alpine cut across.
Alpine just wasn't using his mirrors there.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
oh
but-
no. No movable flag for another Haas, please.
Oh god, that got run over as well by a lot of cars. That
yeah.
piece of debris.
So Hulkenberg's going to
Nick Debris
maybe
got
need
run
a
over by a lot of cars.
He did, yeah.
I'd have pounds for every
Well,
time I've
Nick,
heard that
He's
joke.
doing well in 19th, though.
Yeah, he is.
Debris is behind you, most likely because he's 19th.
Max 3-second gap now ahead of Charles Leclerc.
By the way, just on hard watch right now, Kevin Magnussen is right at the back. Is that not a good name? Or
Hard watch is
Yeah,
not.
Hard watch.
Yeah, I like that.
Hard watch.
It's playing the long game, all right?
Well,
the long game.
literally. Playing the hard game.
But yeah, you got a second between Perez and Leclerc, so those gaps are saying quite. Yeah, this is the thing. This is why it was an issue for Perez letting Charles pass at the start, because now he's going to maybe get caught up a bit behind Leclerc. But I guess that, from Max's point of view,
Be interesting how
Can't
good
complain.
overtaking is during this race because they reduced the DRS length, didn't they, on the start-finish straight? To try and
Yeah.
make it so the cars would be side by side instead of just an easy DRS overtaking
Yeah.
in front.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see whether that works or they've just killed overtaking around this track.
Manufacturing drama yet again.
Alexander Albon moves ahead of Lando Norris, by the way.
Oh my lord.
Come on, Alpine.
Williams rejuvenation here.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
It's the
happening.
Williams and McLaren battle all over again.
Oh no.
Throwback.
No, yeah, not. Oh, hello. Big Leclerc there.
Lockety up for Charles Leclerc.
Stroll
Go on, lads.
on the attack.
Yeah.
that
What's
cut-
happened? We
that
need
was-
to know.
that was a
You can see in the
ridiculous
background he
cutaway.
got past.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stroll back
Lando's
to
gone to the
P8.
car park there into turn 1.
Oh, no, he's coming back at him.
Same F1 TV director.
Yeah, unfortunately. Max winning the
goodbye-
championship
goodbye,
after
Bottas.
4 laps, lol, says Rivet.
There we go, Lance P8. Okay.
Oh,
Sargent.
Sargent.
Ahead
Yeah,
of Lando.
Sargent.
What's happened to Williams in this race? They're just never mind. They're
scrap
rocking
mine,
ship.
it
They're
was a
still
rock.
Can you
rocking
show
ship,
us,
though.
please,
Just-
race director? Can you show us?
No,
Norris,
no,
Sargent?
because that would be too much effort, unfortunately.
We all want to watch Lance
You could
Stroll
just
and
look at the
Bottas
time,
driving
sorry.
around. Come on.
Yeah.
That's
Why
all
are we
want.
watching them
Absolute
now?
go.
We
Yeah, I was
cut
gonna
away
say.
during the overtake, and now we're watching them. Like, what?
Yeah, it's 4-second now, that gap.
Wow.
Goodness
I mean,
gracious.
now
bit
what
of
do you
tear
do?
off.
What do you do now as Ferrari? You just sort of say, right, that's it.
Probably just
What happened on the
throw
lockup?
something
Or
at
just
his wheel
start
as he drives
inventing.
past. Yeah.
Just got to try and keep Checo behind him, haven't they? I don't think there's much they can do about Max. I think this is a Max Verstappen win unless there's any shenanigans. But
Do we know if
I still believe, mate. I still believe.
Do we know if Scholl started this race on those fresh softs, or are they used ones and he's saving it for later?
Honestly, I think he could have started on some 50p coins.
Well, they are now.
I mean, yeah.
They probably are, yeah.
Yeah, he started on the fresh ones.
Hey, chat, tell us, chat.
So he started
Yeah,
on the
got a clue
fresh
what we're on
ones.
about.
Oh, there's a bit of... Is that a bit of tear-off on Checo's thing?
No, that's his Mexican Minister of Defense flag.
yeah.
Good man. Right, let's see.
The chances of that, someone's just lobbed it out.
Checo just can't quite get the drive off of...
There'll be someone in the back of the garage now
too.
looking at the readings coming off that going, what the fuck's going on?
yeah.
Checo, you're in space.
What is that little bit, Dan? That little bit that sticks up?
But it measures wind speed, basically.
Okay.
And then they compare that to wheel speed.
Right.
So you get a true...
Okay.
It's a good little...
Actually, never knew that.
in the midfield.
Clever. I was wondering when I do my
it's
livery
just the
designs.
field. It's not a midfield.
Sorry, good little
Pitot
scrap
tube
in the
or whatever
field.
they call it.
Logan's back
Sounds like an
behind
apple
Lando.
salad. Scrap in the field.
Mate, I'll tell you what, I think all in all, what we've seen, Piastri's moved up to P16. He was...
Yeah, he was 18th on the grid.
I guess obviously Magnussen started on the hard, so it's a bit hard to rate him. But Sargent's given a good account of himself so far.
It's just so close from there. I mean, Albon's starting to pull away a little bit, so you'll be happy with that. Break that 1 second gap, and then...
Just every man for themselves beat it down, innit? From like 9th down.
This is what I
literally,
mean.
Which is great. I love that. It's amazing.
We
But
could potentially be
six.
looking at points for a Williams in the first race and not for McLaren.
Yeah,
Who
we
would
could.
have seen that coming.
We could.
Yeah, that is wild.
We wouldn't have predicted that a few weeks ago. Not at all. But
Will Buxton had, I think it was McLaren at the bottom of the constructors for this year, and I thought he was insane. But maybe,
I don't know about bottom because AlphaTauri are there.
it's very difficult to call who's going to be bottom because you say that Snowder's 14th. It's like...
I think it's very
It's
mixed.
every man for themselves, yeah.
I think the driver ability will put AlphaTauri down. I think De Vries, I
Yeah,
don't think he's going
maybe.
to be able to get amongst that fight, whereas Tsunoda will be the majority of the point scoring,
Do you reckon?
if all of it.
Now you have a bit of a hot take on De Vries.
I don't have a hot take on De Vries. I just,
I think you have a mediumly heated take.
Yeah,
I think it's been the
lukewarm.
yeah, okay, he's an F2 champion. But all you got to look at is who was second place in that championship. Nicholas Latifi. If you're winning an F2 championship where Nicholas
Is this
Latifi
the Tiffy slander on this podcast?
I'm leaving.
I'm out.
is the second
I missed the
best.
TV watch, man.
Come on now.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. Like, that was what,
Yeah, and then he
2019?
won Formula E, which
Won
is
Formula
where
E as well.
retired F1 drivers go to earn a few more pennies.
savage. Wow.
Wait, what season did he win?
Disrespect the Duracell.
What season of F2 did he win? Was it 2018?
It was the season
19.
after George, Albon,
19.
and Lando moved up.
Because they won in 18
And there was no one left.
Yeah.
Charles
Nick
won in
Vries.
17.
I think Mazepin was 5th that season.
Yeah,
Okay, so basically, Nick De Vries won the championship, obviously. Nicholas Latifi was second.
Big up.
He won 3 of the first 5 rounds of the season. Luca Giotto was third. Then Sergio Sette Camara. Jack Aitken and Nobuharu Matsushita. Yeah, no, he is. This is what. This is absolutely terrible.
And he came in last season, he did a race, fair play, he got the Williams into a really good result. But if there's one race you want to take over that Williams, it was Monza.
yeah, that was the one. Like, if that had
Perfect
been Singapore, it would have been a very different outcome, I think. No, that's true. But you look at the track record, you look at how close he was in 2018. He was only, I think he was like 15 points off of Lando in 2018. Look,
no, you know what? Actually,
the
he raced
points
against
only
Matt Havila
tell,
in
yeah.
18, so.
Like, there's so much.
And survived.
Yeah, and survived. So
There's so
Just
much
trauma.
more like nuance to the like Logan Sargent, for example. You can be forgiven for looking at his results and being like, why is he in F1? But then you actually look at how close he pushed Piastri in Formula 3 in 2020.
Yeah, he's clearly got talent.
It didn't have the finance to go straight into F2 like Piastri did. And it's funny how their paths went very differently. Piastri just won everything and is now in his rookie season. Sargent gave up on F1 pretty much. Was struggling in a Charouz in Formula 3, got the F2 opportunity, got the super license points, and now he's in at the same time.
Look, I'm not saying De Vries is the worst driver in the world, but up against these 20, I think he is definitely at the bottom of the pile. That's what I'm saying.
I think the calibre of drivers is as high as it's... Oh, that's George Russell going wide.
Taking this-
See?
the Stroll line.
Stroll was
line, yeah.
on something.
Yeah,
He knew what he was doing.
George Russell's on the team radio, like, hang on a second.
He was within a second of Lewis, so did he just try a cheeky overtake there maybe and it went wrong?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. maybe. Oh, Russell Radio.
First team radio. Is Lewis managing or is he slow? Wouldn't have.
Oh, first race and
Team LH won't be happy with that.
I would not have that if I was Lewis personally.
George PR Russell is coming out.
PR63 back again. No, I think it's one of them. It's like they're on. You look at the gaps between, especially in Q2 and Q3. Yeah, he just went wide in there. Lots.
We've all been there, mate.
It was their combined gap between George and Lewis in Q2 and Q3 was half a tenth. And that's both sessions put together. Mm-hmm. There's very little in it between them, I think.
Yeah, I was surprised last year with how close George was to Lewis. I know there was Lewis's great big adventure with data collecting.
Yeah.
But
Great
still.
big adventure.
Yeah, well,
That sounds like a kid's book.
It was like, fuck it, we're going to stick 10 kilos of fucking computers on your car, Lewis. Good luck.
Have a good one, mate. Enjoy.
Ferrari say to Leclerc, we're going plan A. Well, that's
promising,
It's
actually.
not plan Z.
I don't think they managed plan A once.
I think they've learned from what's happened previously, and now their first plan is plan Z, and their last plan is plan A. They just to make it sound better for them.
Yeah, 1,000.
Clever.
Either that, or they've just decided, lads, fuck it. Let's just have one plan. Let's not plan for anything else.
Clever.
Let's just have one every race.
Let's look at the gap. So we've got
6 seconds.
Fernando.
Verstappen to Leclerc.
Bloody hell, yeah, I didn't notice that.
Titty Nora.
6 seconds.
Alonso
Perez-
and Stroll right on the back of Mercedes, though. So very matched pace there, I think.
Piastri
Not
is
really a
within
gap
a
opener
second of Hulkenberg, so there's potentially an overtake coming there for Oscar, maybe, because Hulkenberg's 2 seconds off of Sonoda. So.
Yeah, and Joe's right there as well.
And then Sonoda's at the back of a bit of a train by the looks of it. With
Maybe our Alonso podium may have been a bit optimistic now, looking at it.
yeah,
Like you say, it was delayed.
Delayed. Sorry, I'm
train.
losing faith. Hang on, let
Yeah.
me just sort myself out. Yeah, okay. We're still on.
Hello.
Verstappen radio. Downshifts.
There you go. See, look.
Downshifts are giving me a bit of rear lock-in, according to Max Verstappen. The thing is, they're so highly, connected to these cars. Even the slightest vibration, or
Yep.
they're going to pick up on.
Yeah. And Max will be able to change that in the car.
Here we go. Pierre Gasly in the pit.
First pit stop of the season. It's
Here goes-
pink mobile. Well, do we prefer the pink Alpine livery, or
I do.
or the blue
I
and
say
pink?
yes purely
Yeah.
because I miss
Slow pit
colourful
stop.
cars.
Yes.
Yeah, I just like a splash of colour. And
I was watching back a little
3.7.
clip from the 2018 season where it was here, and you had Lewis, Fernando, Hulkenberg, and someone in the racing point going wheel to wheel. I think it was Ocon down into the first corner, and you have a pink car, an orange car, a yellow car, and a silver arrow, all fighting. And then you look in the background, you've got all these different colours. Now every car on the grid is just black carbon.
grey or dark blue.
Yeah,
it's
it's
so annoying.
no.
Where did it all go wrong?
Like I said, Alfa Romeo, from the front it's a Merc, from the rear it's a Ferrari. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? I liked the Alfa Romeo a lot more and before I saw it on a track.
Agreed.
It's
Better in
so
screenshot.
dark.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Everyone
I thought it was going to be a
praised-
lot lighter than that.
Everyone praised the livery, and I was just like, all they've done is literally just remove the white.
It looked fantastic in the renders, but in real life, it does kind of just
so
look like
dull.
an all-black car, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have anything yes, the Mercedes is an all-black car, but
This is the longest Ferrari's gone using Plan A. I like that comment and subscribed for that. Yeah.
James thinks Alonso's coming alive.
Well, he's got a chance here. He's not too far away
does,
from
though.
George now.
Russell's outside of DRS from Hamilton.
Ooh, I'll tell you what. No, he's not.
I feel like the DRS just isn't strong enough because we've not really seen any overtakes.
We've seen
in
like
this race.
3 overs.
It was at the start,
I feel like there was a middle ground almost from where it was last year to where it is now.
yeah.
Norris and Yuki are pitting. Oh, I'll tell you what, Fernando's close now, though. I reckon he's going to chuck one up the inside.
Oh, we can cut away. Yeah, that's
okay.
fine. Absolutely fine, Mr. Director. Don't worry about it.
Well,
got.
I did
Oscar
mention
Piastri
Piastri
on the move.
Hulkenberg earlier, so
Yeah, there
that
you
one's
go.
happened. P13 Oscar.
Womo. There you go.
Womo.
Predicted that one.
Only Woms.
Holy balls.
Someone has an engine problem, by the way. I don't know. I'm guessing it was Lando. I know someone in the pit lane had an engine problem, according to Ted. But I'm guessing it was Lando because he's ended up now behind Tsunoda, and it's a 32-second pit stop.
Alonso's all over the back of Georgie boy here.
I feel like the Aston as well needs to be like a brighter green because under the lights
it's
from a
sexy
distance,
car.
they kind of look like the Merc as well.
Yeah.
I like the fluorescent green.
I
they
tell
use
you
for
what.
GT.
Ooh.
That was a nice colour.
He's all over the back of Georgie Russell, that is for sure.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
Nando.
Oh, it's much
they were
quicker.
saying tyre wear for the Aston is going to be a lot better than the Merc. So maybe that's what we're starting to see
That was
come
their
through.
long runs in testing were really promising, weren't they?
Do you reckon George has ever had a Nando's before? I don't think he has. I don't think he has.
Too spicy for him.
Yeah, definitely.
Even the lemon and
if he
herb.
goes, yeah, he has plain.
Lemon and herb. Do you reckon? I reckon I could see him in a Nando's. Tyres are gone. George says tyres are gone.
Tyres are gone. Tyres are gone.
He's learning from Lewis.
If Alonso overtakes George.
Here we go. Mercedes looking to
When's the
pit.
last time we saw Hamilton and Alonso having a little...
Belgium, wasn't it? And they came
not.
together.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, but it hasn't. They've not had a proper prolonged battle in ages, though. In ages.
Bottas in the pits.
Tell you what, this could be
and
the move for Fernando.
Albon pits. Come on, people. Look alive. Come on, Williams.
Biggest moment of the race so far. Think about
Concentrate,
it.
Williams. All right,
Have they concentrated?
Good, do good. Tell you what, already, I've got to say, Sargent has passed the much better than a Latifi test already, as far as I'm concerned.
Wasn't hard.
He
though.
was always
on,
going
yeah, but you got to tick those boxes.
You've got to set the bar high.
Cross those
Come on.
T's, dot those
Yeah,
I's.
he's gone the right way round the track.
He's moving up the
So,
field.
I cannot believe this Latifi slander. He gave me my first championship, so indirectly, thanks Abu Dhabi 2021.
Maybe George is going to get pulled in for a pit stop.
yeah, I feel like he's gonna. I think he's gonna pit before he's overtaken.
Ocon noted for inaccurate grid position.
Where is Ocon? He's
he
not.
put
I
into
don't think
that
I've seen
first?
Ocon on the screen once.
He's
No.
ninth at the moment.
Yeah.
It's just
calmly doing his thing, yeah.
Sticking where he was. Fernando's all over the back of George in that fight. He just can't seem to get the run out of the final corner.
Yeah, he's closer now than he was last lap, though. I think. Not gonna lie.
I love
gonna
it. I
pit
love it
those
whenever
lap
someone
modes,
says
isn't
the last lap. It's great.
Yeah.
It's my favourite thing.
Branding.
Always. Box. Hamilton.
Hamilton. This has got to be it for Fernando. He's so much closer.
That's
than he was
interesting.
Last time.
You'd have thought with Russell under pressure, they might have boxed him first.
Yeah, they always
Yeah,
go for
but
the
he's
leader,
ahead
though,
as well.
don't they?
Yeah.
He's going to chuck it up the inside.
Even with DRS, he was...
Oh, here we go, right.
Fernando sniffing round the outside into turn one. George has covered
Fernando
it off.
cut
Surely
back.
he gets a little cut back, though.
Yeah, he's got to have a better line now.
Way, serious IQ plays from Fernando Alonso. He's got DRS down towards turn four, up the inside.
Surely.
Lovely stuff. Aston
George
Martin.
fighted it, though. George fighted it. Oh, tell me what kind of play, George.
Georgie boy round the outside.
Oh, George
God.
Russell. Fair
Good
enough,
battle.
man. He fought that more than he should have, really.
yeah. Realistically, if we're being honest, he probably
Fair
shouldn't have
play
done
to
that,
him.
but that's incredible.
George
Love
Russell trying to derail the train. Not today, Sunshine. Not today.
It's left the station. We're back, boys.
Conductor
Alonso,
Russell.
Drivers' World Champion, 2023.
And then Stroll's right on the back of... Tell you what, Lance is doing a good job holding on to this as well.
Yeah.
He's got a chance at George. Surely they're going to pull George in now. He thinks surely.
Everyone who's pitted, by the way, on hards.
Bar Albon. Albon's on
Is that an
soft.
update
And he
from
jumped
Hardwatch?
off
That
on
is hard watch again. That is hard watch. Episode 2.
What a Williams
switch
plan at
once, switch again.
Oh,
It's just beautiful to see.
Triple switch back. Oh, the brake balance whilst he's doing it as well. Love that, meat.
Give him the finger and through you go.
Yeah. Tell him
Didn't
he's a
expect
wanker.
George to hang around the outside.
No.
Quality. Wheel to wheel. Big wing mirrors this year as
Ferrari
well.
pit
So
stop. Everyone, take a drink.
we've got the toy.
Oh, we'll go
Oh,
next
he's
time.
too
We'll
late.
go next
We'll
time.
go
We'll
next
go
time.
next
Go
time.
next
Oh,
time.
we've got a second one.
Okay, next.
Second one.
Go.
Quick.
Don't.
What you got to do? Put tyres on it?
No, we missed it, lads. We missed it, lads. Don't worry. Next time. It's all right,
Do you want to
lads.
explain what we're doing here?
Because of our we're useless as well, actually. Because of how useless Ferrari are, we've decided to take up the challenge today that we are going to try and complete a pit
Lost
stop before
gearbox.
Ferrari do.
Piastri lost gearbox.
I'm trying to explain. Hang on.
God, no one's interested in the race, Tommo.
What are our tyres for?
So next time there is a Ferrari, I'm not going to lie, we completely forgot until the Ferraris came in at the same time there, but we will do it for the next run.
Front wing end plate, Esteban Ocon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's a meatball flag, isn't it?
yeah. Esty,
Meatball
what's
him.
going on?
Meatball him. So Piastri's got a gearbox
He
failure.
needs to hit someone again to break it off fully, and then he'll be fine.
Yeah, good man. I like
that's
your
going to
thinking,
come off,
Haydon.
isn't it?
To be fair, if you go a little bit wide, hit one of those
Yeah.
brake marker boards or something like that.
New
Knock it
steering
off.
wheel for Oscar Piastri.
Oh,
Oh, they're taking ages.
Not quite the same as when they did it
Is it
back in
attached?
2012.
No.
Not quite the same.
Oh,
That is the.
oh no, it's not
basically-
worked.
That's the equivalent of.
Oh,
turning it
Piastri's
off
out
and
of this
on
race.
again.
Oh no.
Piastri's done.
Oh,
Oh dear.
not what you want to see.
I think Piastri's out. First DNF of the season, I think.
Did they
In
just
his
go,
first race. Oh.
They put Verstappen on softs?
Verstappen.
Yeah, I think it's a soft, hard, I think.
Silky pit
For
stop
the
for
race.
Verstappen there.
Sounds like
Yep.
a usual evening.
Softs again. Oh man, that's a shame for Piastri. That.
Yeah. For his
not
So,
over
sorry,
yet.
you were
It's doing all right.
explaining.
No, it's all right.
I just heard
It's all
gearbox failure and then new
Yeah.
new wheel needed. And I was like,
New
oh.
wheel, bloody hell.
Ever the
Will.
professional
Right.
Tommo trying to
Bring
keep it on
out the
topic.
safety car now. Stroll on the podium. Come on.
Tell you
Bit
what, Fernando
tentative
Alonso
into
in now.
the pit lane there from
Red
Fernando.
flag
But he's
it.
on the
That
hard.
was a
Not
little
the
bit.
quickest.
It's very
3.5.
smart by them. Very smart by Lawrence Stroll. Make Alonso's pit stop a little bit slower.
Yeah.
Then
yeah,
Stroll
yeah.
jumps him.
Yeah, no, I hear that. That's good. That's good.
Ring ring. Is that Otmar Safnauer?
Ring, ring.
Yeah.
Hello.
It's come out ahead of George Russell.
That's
Yeah, so it's only the Williams that are on soft tyres. Oh, apart from
And
yeah,
well, Max as well.
the
Max
front,
is obviously
yeah, the
big
Red
now,
Bulls.
so.
Magnussen's jumped up to P10. Look at that.
Yeah.
was that Christian Horner on the phone asking me to swap that for that.
Smooth.
Sorry, Christian. Sorry.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I swear when we did a podcast together, Dan, when you were still at Red Bull,
I was drinking.
you were
a
drinking Monster.
This is slanderous, and I will not have it. Rebellious and absolutely
My
true.
lawyer will be in touch.
Absolutely true. It's been over
Oh,
a
yeah,
year now,
mad.
so I'm outside of NDA.
Oh,
There's
this
a weird
actually
squeak to
works.
it.
Oh,
Yeah, it
my
works, man.
days. Yo,
Should-
sorry, you guys watch the race a second. Hang on a minute.
George up the
Do
inside
a race
of the
so you can do
house.
theirs quickest. Take yours off.
All right.
No, take it off.
No, I just want to see how it works.
Okay, we
mate.
can practice how it works.
I think we've got like 15 laps now until probably
Electrical-
Ferrari pit again.
Electrical issue
This is
for Oscar
difficult.
Oh,
Piastri.
that's crazy.
Are you
That is
practicing?
crazy, yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess because it's
How do
going
we
to be
reverse
these
it?
two.
Oh,
You're allowed to
Haydon's
practice pit
practicing.
stop. I mean, they do it in real life.
yeah.
I'm slightly concerned over the
Penalty Esteban Ocon, 5 seconds.
What?
Incorrect start.
Oh,
in
yeah, forgot
grid
about that.
What
position,
about
I
his
think.
front wing end plate? Do we
You
know
have
what
to,
happened
you
to
have to
that?
press it the other
Good
way,
point.
Niran.
Not sure.
Oh,
You have to press that the other the top of it to unscrew it.
I've done it already.
Oh, useless.
I just ripped it off with my bare
Right,
hands.
Stroll's in the pits, comes out. Wait, Ocon penalty. That makes Williams in a strong place for points. That makes Alex Albon in a strong place for points. You
Oh,
heard
he's
it
he's
first.
10th already. He's 10th
baby.
already.
Yeah. Russell's still holding on to fastest lap.
Yeah, I know. Is that actually? No, it is actually accurate. Yeah, he's actually
Georgie
all over
boy.
the back of Fernando as well, by the way.
Ocon's in the pits.
I feel like the Merc was quick, weren't they, at the start?
Dropped off a little bit. in
Dropped
terms of
off
pace.
at the end, yeah.
yeah.
Compared to the
Hamilton's
Aston.
still within 2 seconds of Carlos Sainz. That gap, Carlos Sainz to Charles Leclerc. Why are the gaps so big?
When did that happen?
Sainz is 11 seconds behind Leclerc.
When did that even happen? I know they Sorry, I've just clocked that you're doing that.
It's really highly
Did you not want to use the
technical
gun?
engineering.
Albon in the
you
points.
do
Love
by
to see it,
hand.
Is
chat.
that what you do at Red Bull?
Yeah.
Love to see it, chat.
That's why I was
That's how
never
you have the
allowed on the pit
quickest
crew.
Yeah.
I was never allowed to play with the power tools. That's why.
Oh, yeah, that's weird. Sainz 11 seconds off Leclerc. Leclerc almost 10 seconds off Verstappen. Perez hasn't pit yet. So I guess they're trying to see if they can maybe, I don't know, overcut Leclerc with Perez. Not sure. If he's got tire left in his softs, then maybe push for a one stop. Don't know. 17 of 57 done. So
Anyone going to use the mediums, do you reckon?
nah, I don't think it's gonna
So
happen.
Charles's mediums
I can't see it.
he flat spotted them yesterday at some point, so it's kind of not optional for him. And everybody
Nice.
else said the mediums were pretty rubbish here. So
Long day.
I love how
just
it's so
slaps
different
another-
between like the drivers and like the
Another
commentators
Pirelli
were saying
masterclass.
the mediums would be the perfect tyre around here because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
softs won't last and the hards would have no grip. So
Yeah. The drivers are like, nah, mate.
So I do wonder, yeah, Williams putting softs on both of their drivers. Are they trying to make positions up? Are they
they just
good on
want
their
to spice it up.
tyres?
S for spicy.
Yeah, maybe. Right, Alonso gets past Bottas.
It was
Up to
quicker for me
P6.
to do that by hand than it was using that thing. I think we've been had over here. Ours needs new batteries.
Alonso getting the better of Valtteri Bottas there, who hasn't pitted. Bottas.
Yeah, is Bottas
Fernando
not pitted
is
yet?
Faster than you. No, he hasn't.
Is he not? Oh, okay, interesting. That's not good.
Wait, actually, no.
No, I think he
no, he
has.
has. Yeah, he was on
must have.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he must
started
have.
on, the only person that started on soft
Was Magnussen.
hards.
Here we go.
Yeah, because
This
that was
is
hard watch. Yeah. Sorry, lads. My research for hard watch is struggling.
Box Checo.
Is he going to jump Leclerc here? 19 seconds? Probably not, right?
No.
Honestly, lads, I've been so distracted since we got this toy on.
It's
Critical.
understandable.
It really is. Like, tactics are out of.
Let me move the Lucas so people got a better view of your.
Yeah, no.
your
True.
Now
private
imagine,
view.
imagine Ferrari going out till the end and we don't actually get to use this.
Bad news about Lando.
No, no.
Lando's coming in again.
I'll get on the phone.
Can we have some Lando watch? What's
Oh
going
no.
on? Same thing.
Lando's having to come in again, top up with air apparently, according to Kravitz.
But with air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can't breathe.
That seems like a helmet design failure.
Oh,
to be honest with
McLaren,
you.
no. This is looking bad for McLaren. This is worse than Bahrain last year, which is saying
At least
something.
they finished last year, eh?
McLaren going back to the 2015
No,
days.
please no. Please no. We have a job.
Oh, dearie me. Yeah, Ocon's... Sorry.
Sorry, Dad.
Here we go. George Russell making a move on Valtteri Bottas. Trying not to
Did
crash
Bottas
into each other this time, lads.
Legitly overtake
Nice.
both of them.
He must have pitted significantly earlier,
Yeah.
right? So distracted, honestly. Yeah, no, he must have pitted a little bit
It's
earlier.
going from bad to worse for McLaren.
Yeah, Lando in again.
we've
Might
got
have a fight
Lando's
with
in.
Ocon though.
Positives. Yeah.
You
No,
know?
true. He's only got like half a front wing at the moment, so.
Someone in the chat, I forgot the name, I didn't see it, but they said that McLaren really needs to have the same scrutiny as Ferrari, and I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah.
McLaren
Yeah, I
cannot
agree.
get away with this.
Yeah, you're right. Look at him in 2020. Like McLaren were ahead of Ferrari.
Yeah.
Scrapping
It's
with
not
them.
like they're some poor little team, is it? I mean,
No, you're right. You're
How long
right.
until Lando moves on? I know he's got a contract, but is there a clause in that contract that says if we don't finish up at this place, I can freely go and look elsewhere?
my Nando's. What's the hottest you get at Nando's? Is it extra?
I think
hot?
I think there's an extra hot now. That's in like a
Extra
black
hot.
bottle.
Yeah,
I did a
my
new one, yeah.
Nando's black sauce take is that Lando's going to end up in Red Bull next year.
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't be
also
surprised if
agree with
Lando's
that.
not in a McLaren. Not sure if it'd be Red Bull, but not in a McLaren.
I see that happening if there's a battle for first place in the constructors. If there's not, it will be the same situation with Hamilton and Bottas
Yeah.
and Mercedes, where Perez, you're not quite as good as Verstappen, but
But it's fine.
It's
It's winning
fine. We're
constructors.
So much of it's reliant on does the seat open up at a different team that he banked, like an Aston Martin, for example. How long does Fernando? I know we always talk about this. When you're in your 40s, there's going to be valid questions about how long you're going to stay in the sport.
nah, he's a machine. He'll be going to his 50. He's going to be the oldest world champion.
I mean, that would be incredible. You think like the average retirement age of an F1 driver is kind of 36, 37. It's about that. And Fernando's just still going at such a
70.
high level as well.
He'll be
It's mad.
driving at 70. He'll be racing with Mick Schumacher's son.
Who's that? Sorry,
What's his name going to
Alonso.
be?
Alonso. Oh,
Yeah.
right, yeah. No, Alonso's too angry to retire. He's just fueled by pure rage.
Also, boys, just so you know, in a few laps, we're going to be at lap 22.
Yeah.
We're going to give each of us an unpopular opinion.
Well, we want an
opinion that we
unpopular
hold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have to give one.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
just look at my Twitter time.
So yeah, well, this is the thing.
Yeah,
You've got
content.
You can scroll through. You can take your pick. Right. We'll get you back on next week, and then we'll get you on it, and it'd be a different one each week. Because you're so varied.
Varied.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Varietied.
I've got to speak for a second. Verstappen radio. They're asking Max about his
Oh, yeah,
down
those
shifts.
shifts that you had from earlier on. Max is
Manageable.
right with them.
Manageable.
He's
not
still
amazing,
extending, isn't he? So he's on
I mean,
the top
yeah.
So
tires, but-
unmanageable. He's 10.5 seconds in.
Yeah. How painful.
I do want
For Leclerc, I mean, I don't really mind, to be honest with you.
the hope of seeing Alex P10. It's like, can those soft tyres really hold on long enough? As Stroll
Yuki
makes the
Tsunoda
move-
P11.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doing it again.
Ooh. I think
Get
that,
out of
means,
here,
I think that
Valtteri.
means Lance has probably made the most overtakes today. It's only 2, but,
Yeah, he's quite keen on that.
I feel
isn't
like
he?
he's
'Cause-
always up
yeah.
there as most overtaker.
Yeah,
Because he
he is.
can't qualify. That's why.
Yeah.
You know what? I've been impressed with Stroll. Like, you look at those time gaps, those deltas. He's what, 4.5
seconds?
seconds
Yeah.
behind Fernando.
He's been half a second off the whole weekend, and yeah, So
I think being
it's
that far
impressive.
off in qualifying is one thing, but I think in races, I think has always been Lance's strength relative to his qualifying. He's doing a good job. Yuki Tsunoda up P11 as well.
Go on, Yuki boy.
Come on. And where's De Vries?
Oh, no. Esteban might as well go home.
no.
Incident involving Ocon noted serving his time penalty incorrectly.
So he went in,
Just
served
get
the
the plane.
penalty.
Yeah.
And he did it
Just get the
wrong.
flight. Just get the flight, honestly.
It was 4.9 seconds they did in the pit stop instead of 5. I don't know what it actually was, but it might have been
Could
something
you
like that.
imagine if it is? He's got to do it again.
Stopwatch was just 4.999.
Because he was doing too well against Gasly, and Alpine didn't like that. They're
Yeah,
Gasly
no.
fans.
Yeah.
And Gasly's P12
In
at the minute.
conspiracy. Sergio Perez, fastest lap of the race, as he's trying to charge down Leclerc. To be fair, this strategy of Red Bull going onto the softs again probably puts him... You'd imagine he should be able to close up to Leclerc and overtake him, right?
You would think so, but we've still got a long way to go.
He's the minister of defence, though, not offence. So we'll see how that goes.
Norris
no.
Radio.
In more important news,
Hello.
look, you can actually build the car. It's not just the wheels.
Oh, my word.
Look at that.
Flipping heck. Is there like a battery in there as well? You can
There's a
unscrew
button. I
that.
don't know what it...
Sorry,
Oh,
lads.
hey.
Right,
Oh, it makes
so
noise.
Here we go.
That was a really tough radio to hear just then. So
was that,
it was
sorry?
I've emotionally clocked out.
Lando's
Sorry.
engineer talking to him saying, "Oh, Ocon's ahead. We can have some fun battling with him for P18."
Wow.
Oh, it's just like, that's really not what should be happening, is it?
So
Here we
what
go.
did
Here
he
we go.
do?
Is Ocon... He wasn't positioned correctly?
He's too over to the right.
Too
Isn't he?
forward.
He's over the
too-
yellow line.
Yeah.
Just over the yellow line,
Ooh.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he realised it as well.
And then...
That's a honker. Then he changed
And
his front
then they
wing.
touched the car. And they're not supposed to.
So who touched it?
So he was out of position, grid box.
Yeah, they were taking the front wing off before the 5 seconds.
What? That's like real Billy Basic.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that stuff. That's
They not changed the
unforgivable, I'm not
tyres
being
though, so
funny.
maybe they didn't actually serve the penalty in that pit stop, and they were serving it later
Yeah, maybe.
because they didn't change the tyres either.
Yeah,
so I
true.
just assume they weren't actually going to serve the penalty at that point.
That is such a confusing.
So he just still has his 5-second penalty,
yeah.
That's operational stuff.
unless
that
there's a
you can't
loophole
be-
somewhere that says you cannot touch the tyres.
yeah,
but you
maybe,
can change the
yeah,
front
but,
wing.
yeah. But there
Maybe.
isn't. They're just
There
lying.
isn't.
They're just waffling.
You never know.
change
These
it.
rules
Right.
these rules are written by a child.
Yeah, they,
right?
they
So-
change it every year.
They're more guidelines than anything. So
They change it halfway through a race.
yeah, well,
Controversial. Sorry, so we've had hard watch. Can I now have an update on Hulkenberg watch and why he's down in P16?
That's unfortunately beyond my pay grade.
Is it? Okay. So
It's a fair point, you know.
the Hulkenberg slander continues.
Well,
Yeah,
he's still ahead of Magnussen. He's still ahead of Magnussen.
We're back.
So
We're
he's
back
still
like we never left.
he's still ahead of Magnussen. So I'm disappointed with Haas. I thought we'd get more from them at the start of this year in this first race.
They were looking too good, and there wasn't
Yeah.
enough that they could build a Netflix story around over a season. So they want to, just pull it back a little bit.
Yeah, no,
so
I
they
see
can
that.
make it up at the end of the season.
Yeah.
He's currently calling Jane.
Jane.
I'm going to call Jane.
Jane. I've got to call fucking Jane. Right, Haydon, unpopular opinion, go.
I mean, it's just an
22.
obvious one. Lance Stroll's a great driver. So
Yeah, I think that is a pretty unpopular
that
opinion.
is fair. That is completely fair.
The word
actually, 'cause-
great, because I think he's all right, but I think he's having a great race today.
great driver.
Great driver.
Yeah.
Elite driver, would you argue, or
Well, I mean, he
What's
beat,
the ceiling for
beat
Lance?
Max Verstappen a pole position in Turkey. So guess so.
yeah, no,
Put him in the same
Cashing that
car.
check.
yeah,
Easy.
I hear that.
Dan, go on.
Well, we
One of
started
many.
with the Hulkenberg slander, so I'm going to continue, and I'm going to say that I'm not sure if he's the right choice. I think
See,
he
that's
should have gone-
popular to me because I share that opinion.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so I'm here.
Actually, you know what? I've not upset Twitter in ages. Lewis Hamilton will never win another race again.
Oh Christ. Well,
Enjoy the comments.
Have fun with that one, everyone.
Take that one and roll with it.
there's a TikTok. That's calm. Why
Okay.
not?
Yeah, let's cause chaos on the internet. My life's
No,
too
but,
fair.
no, but why
It's
isn't
been
he
too
winning another
boring in the
race?
off season.
Well, why when he not?
Yeah.
I just think it's probably the most controversial thing I can say. It's free engagement.
Yeah, fair. No, I hear that. Mercedes aren't there. He might retire at the end
We've
of
got
the
a
season.
poll
you
going
never
in
know.
chat, so
He'll go to Aston. in a
get
few
involved
years.
on the
Yeah,
poll.
yeah, I hear that.
Lewis Hamilton at Aston in a
Allows
couple of years.
Lando to go to Mercedes.
After,
yeah, no, I
after
hear that.
Alonso finally is done.
Yeah. What, in 10 years from now?
Yeah.
Niran?
Imola is a shit track.
No, I agree.
Right, well,
Have
you're
that
not
one.
getting invited there.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, look, listen, legacy settings, all right, calm, yeah, it's old, things happened there back in the day, right? But it's not a good Formula One track for this era. It's just too narrow.
Sorry, I'll tell you what. Alpine and McLaren scrapping for P18 is not what we expected to see this year.
It's like last year all over again, but they've just
Gone to the back.
Gone to the back, yeah.
Well, here we go, Norris
Lando
around the
makes
outside.
move around the outside.
Gets it
lovely
done.
Stuff.
Maybe if Zach Brown hadn't fucking spent so much time putting really heavy Amazon Kindles in his driver's headrest, setting the balance of the car,
I saw that.
Amazon Kindles.
Yeah.
maybe they'd be further up the grid.
Never mind. We've got Google Chrome Kindle screens in the.
Yeah. The
the side
side
of a
pods can
car.
connect to the Wi-Fi, but unfortunately,
That's what really matters.
Downloading Adrian Newey's How to Build a Race.
What's yours?
My unpopular opinion is that I think Joe has, and look, this race is not
Who's
a good
Joe?
example, but
Who's Joe?
I think Joe Guan Yu
Oh.
has.
Joe Mama. Carry on.
Fuck's sake. I think he's pretty much caught up with Valtteri now. I think that would be very close between them.
I'm glad there wasn't anything slanderous about him in there because he gets a pass just for his fashion sense alone.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
Drip Lord,
Drip
Mr.
gang.
Prada.
You know he had to do it to him.
Right, let's get the poll results up. Let's have a look. Let's have a Butcher's live poll. Will Hamilton ever win another race? 63%
go.
say yes.
Chat knows.
37%.
Actually, closer than I
knows
thought it
what's
was going to be as well.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be like an 80-20 thing.
I mean,
but
let's
that's
also just preface, or sorry, say, I know fuck all about wheel knowledge. Don't listen. And I'm very open with that. I've got no fucking wheel knowledge, so
I think as time goes on and the cars start to come together, I think the impact of the driver, the difference the driver makes, will become bigger. So you got to think that I think Lewis will, but it's like, are Mercedes going to have to completely tear up this car and bring a brand new car in 2024 that they won't understand? And
we're
it's
going to
like,
go from 0.5 side pods to 0.75.
yeah,
Yeah,
like-
just slowly make their way up till they've got like 90% of the
And
side
just in
pod.
time for the regulations to change again, they'll
Yeah,
finally nail
to
it.
ban side pods.
Yeah.
I'm saying if they don't improve, Mercedes don't improve, Hamilton, Aston Martin, it's the team on the up.
You reckon?
Alonso,
Yeah.
Hamilton, Aston Martin.
Well, that's the only thing is that I don't think Lance Stroll would be kicked out of that team
Nah,
for as
get
long as
Stroll to
Lawrence is there.
Mercedes.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a driver swap.
Could be a driver swap. Could
driver swap.
Similar
Stroll,
level
Hamilton.
of ability. Yeah, fine.
But if Alonso does retire, which I don't think is going to happen,
yeah.
especially if he's in a race-winning car.
Well,
But
every time Stroll's
Hamilton in
against
there.
the former world champion, he forces him into retirement. So, you know.
No, that is true. By the way, Esteban Ocon's just been given a 10-second penalty
my
for not serving his
Will
5-second
they serve
penalty
this
correctly.
one correctly?
Ow.
That's
Find
the-
out
yeah.
next week.
Is it in the rules that you have to do it on the next pit stop?
Yeah,
or
I
is it
think
just
it
a
is.
case that you can do it whenever?
I think you have to do it
If
the
you
next pit
stop, then yes.
Okay.
If you don't stop, then it gets added to your race time.
Okay.
So I think the
Alonso's
fact that they
happy.
just kind of didn't do it,
Yeah.
they're just like, no, lads, that's not how it works.
Alonso's happy. He thinks Mercedes are having more tyre deg ahead of Hamilton ahead of him. So
Unpopular opinion, Antonio Giovinazzi is actually Jesus.
That's facts, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's
not an
just
opinion.
reality, to be honest with you.
Is he going to be put on
That's
a
another
cross
one.
soon then, and then he's going to come out of a cave in a couple of days?
Yeah.
But
Is that going to happen? I mean,
that's
it's coming
what
up.
happens.
Easter's not
Yeah,
just around the corner,
no.
so
That's why he's not racing this season. He's been busy at the moment.
he's been busy being put on a cross.
He's in the cave.
Checo DRS on Charles Leclerc. Can he get
Out
moved
there,
on into
giving
turn
out
one?
Some bread and fishes. Or
he's
whatever
gone
it
for
was
it.
in that story.
Oh,
He's
hello.
gone for it.
Sergio Perez
He
up
has
the
gone for it.
inside. Leclerc. Lovely stuff.
Leclerc's gone cutback though.
He's not going to get the drive on the hard tyres.
Who's got DRS though? Was it Checo? Was
Ferrari's
it
a
Leclerc?
rocket ship, isn't it, on the straight?
Checo played that well.
Go on,
Yeah,
Leclerc,
Checo's
just
done
send
an
it.
unbelievable job there.
Oh, Leclerc's lunge. No.
Charles was like, I'm not going down without a fight.
Yeah,
Hey, lad.
he just tried to scare him a little bit there, really.
Because remember last year where it was Checo, it was Leclerc and Verstappen battling, and Charles was holding off to get the DRS. I thought he might have managed that there, but Perez played that well.
That Red Bull is a rocket ship, but obviously he's going to be on slower tyres coming into the race, so Leclerc might come back then.
Yeah, perhaps.
If we pretend that Max Verstappen doesn't exist, this championship could be interesting. Should we just start doing that?
Yeah.
Should we just genuinely just start doing that? Just being like, and Sergio Perez takes the lead.
Gasly pit stop. Please don't completely destroy your other car, Alpine. Come on.
You're asking a lot of them there, I think, mate.
Oh, McLaren, that is, oh dear. It's not good, is it?
Right, Lando's guaranteed to beat Esteban now because of the 10-second penalty.
It's not good, Brev.
And he's beating his teammate, so at least, there's lots of there
I
for
guess.
your man.
I guess, there you go. Yeah.
Right, so it obviously looks like, Red Bull and Max look quite comfortable for a position to take the championship this season. But in what controversial way will Max win it this time? We've had, obviously, Abu Dhabi. We've had the cost cap. What do we reckon we got for the third one?
Oh, they're definitely going over there. They're exceeding their CFD or whatever it is allowance this year.
Yeah,
It's going to be something wind tunnel related.
They were just like, we're only going to get a fine, so we can afford that.
They're just going to turn up with They're just going to turn up with like 3 cars.
Adrian was spotted in his driveway running a smoke bomb over the car.
I remember we had you on last. You said like Adrian has a direct feed from his house to the office, right?
Correct, yep.
So how do they manage? Like, how do they police that time that he has?
Because all it is like a computer, and it's just like a remote connection into the office. So he can't do anything meaningful on that computer.
Okay.
It still has to be done on the servers within Red Bull.
Yeah.
And it's weird, isn't it, when I start actually sounding like I know what
I know,
I'm talking
right?
about. People
Once you get onto server talk, anything IT related, you're like,
For some reason, I thought he was on about like he has a secret tunnel that goes straight to the office. He just sneaks in. That's how they're getting around it.
Yeah.
Joe Proctor, unpopular opinion, McLaren Golf livery should be their permanent livery. Well,
That's not unpopular.
that's not unpopular, and Golf
That's
is
fact
with
as well.
Williams now as well. So I don't know how that would work.
Maybe
That
that's
was-
why it's unpopular, because it's with the wrong
Maybe.
team.
No, actually, I hear that, yeah. It's unpopular because contractually it would be a disaster.
I reckon we'll see a Golf Williams livery this year. I'll be very surprised if we don't see a Williams version of that McLaren Golf livery. I'll be very surprised.
Yeah.
If we don't...
Because it went down
I'll-
so well.
If we
Riot?
don't, I'll go to the headquarters and cause minor inconvenience.
Yeah.
How will you do that? How will you achieve that?
So we're now banned from Imola,
Williams
HQ.
headquarters. I'm blocked by Haas still.
Oh.
It's a nightmare.
I'm still blocked by Matty,
Devil.
of Matty and Tommy P1.
Still blocked by Gallagher.
Yeah, Matt Gallagher's blocked me still because I called him a Poundland Will Buxton.
Oh man, you can't do my guy like that. Come on.
Maybe this year could be the year we all turn
I
it
think
around.
I think we bring you both in together. I think
on
we
the pod at the same time.
we
Well,
we
we've had-
fix some wounds.
We've got now this influencer boxing sort of thing.
Should we do Misfits? Should we do Last Lap Misfits?
You and Gallagher. I
Yeah.
reckon that'd be a good fight.
I mean, I'll be out of breath just getting into the ring, but still.
You can pull your beard. Or is that against the rules in boxing?
I might enjoy that, Tommo. That's the problem.
Oh no! Ocon's under investigation again for speeding in the pit lane. apparently.
No, he's not. No, he isn't.
To be fair,
That's his fault.
He's making this race entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you know
do you know what?
This
Fair
has got
play.
to be a record coming up for penalties in a race.
Yeah,
surely.
Alpine are speed running this.
A speed run.
Hulkenberg on board here. Oh, hello.
Well, this is right at the start.
Just from
isn't
the
it?
start, yeah.
Nico's 19.
Oh,
How's
yeah.
that happened?
Yeah, when you're.
He's just
maybe
pitted.
that's why
Oh, right.
Hulkenberg's fallen back because he got damage at the start.
Right.
Oh, and he had to get a new front wing. Oh, there we go. See,
All right.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
that explains it. So much
Still
of your
washed.
agenda.
Still washed.
Park your agenda, boys.
Ocon doing open
We're-
lock,
New
he
front
says
wing
Benjamin.
still ahead of Magnussen.
Yeah. We're not getting on Hulkenberg's Christmas card list either now.
Mate, oh man, we're not.
We've lost half the grid in just this one
we
episode
are.
alone.
Yeah, we
Oh,
have.
Lando's in
I'm not
again.
associated with these guys.
This is all your idea. What are you
I'm
talking
not either.
Oh no, they're
Are they
adding more
refilling
air.
air again?
How am I supposed to breathe with no air? Song.
Another penalty. There we go.
Everybody drink.
VAR.
To be fair, I
5
respect
seconds.
it because now that battle between Lando and Ocon's over, but they were
Yeah.
like, we'll give him another 5-second penalties. Let's have it again because it's anything that's
Yeah,
going on
might
on
as
the
well.
track.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you got that. Have a little look who's P10. Logan Sargent. Go
Don't
on.
you usually get a drive-through if you speed in the pit lane? Or is that
Nah.
olden days? Because that's hilarious. If you've got a drive-through for speed in the pit lane and sped in the pit
Yeah,
lane,
no, I
yeah.
think you did because I think Pastor Maldonado got another drive-through penalty for speeding while serving his drive-through penalty.
If anyone was
Yikes.
going to do it, it's going to be Maldonado.
Yeah,
God
it
bless you. You are sorely missed in F1.
Man,
Pastor.
like
God
Pastor.
bless the pasta man.
That's it. Pastor man. Pastor. I love that. Now look, Sergeant P10. Albon's pitted again onto the hard tyre, so I wonder how much longer Logan will be out there on the soft. But tell you what, safety car could really sort out Logan Sargent's race if that came right now. Maybe points on debut. You never know. Could happen.
That would be good. Points on debut in Williams as well.
Yeah, that'd be really impressive, to be fair.
He would definitely need a safety car, though.
We need the safety car after the Red Bulls pit so that we actually have a race at the front.
Yep.
They still win,
Ooh, yeah.
but at least, you know,
Yeah, there was a
they'll earn it.
Yeah.
By
There was
overtaking.
overtakes that happened.
It's all right. We've still got the chance of Red Bull to double DNF again because someone
True.
got the fuel line incorrect.
Is that what?
It was
When there was the
something like
debrief
that.
afterwards, yeah.
I wasn't there for that one, so
Yeah.
You're the one who did the fuel.
yeah.
Yeah, it was you. Yeah.
Because it
That's why
was
they didn't invite me to that.
it was different issue for each car, wasn't it? Or was it the same? Was it just coincidence that they both
So
conked
my
out at the same time?
understanding, and when I say my understanding, I mean this isn't based on anything I know that
Not
anyone
based on
else
reality.
There's
No,
no,
yeah,
understanding. There's no understanding.
I thought it was pretty much the same issue for both cars, but maybe I'm wrong.
Okay. I mean, it would make sense, wouldn't it?
DTS portrayed it in not quite the reality.
Really?
What?
DTS?
That's so unlikely.
Yeah, I know.
I never knew
Shocked.
that.
No way.
I honestly cannot believe that Drive to Survive was dramatised in that way. It has ruined it for me.
Yeah. It's ruined the storyline. Nico Hulkenberg, by the way, has got fastest lap. Maybe
You were wrong.
Oh, he heard
maybe
us.
maybe I'm wrong. Yeah.
He heard the slander and it fed him.
He's got the stream up in his cockpit.
He said, "Tell them boys from the last lap to shove it."
Right, we've got Valtteri Bottas in the pits now.
See, under those lights,
Stopping
that livery
for
looks quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we'll see it in daylight at more tracks than night. So, big lockup for Magnussen coming into the pits there. 3.2 for Bottas. Not bad. Not great. Not bad. Starting to see more people come in now. Is that? Yeah.
Someone in the chat says, "Do we think Aston can win the constructors with Lance as their driver?" I think, right, Lance isn't necessarily that bad of a driver. I know we've spoken
Based
about
off what
him
we've
a
seen
lot.
today.
But the problem with Lance is that he'll have like a really good race, and then like 2 or 3 races later, he'll do something, and you remember, oh yeah, it's Lance Stroll, like launching Alonso into the stratosphere in America last year.
Yeah.
It was a genius idea from Lance because he, you know, all about marketing. Alonso's joining Aston Martin. How do we make this guy look like a hero? We send him into space, and then he drives back to 6th. And
Yeah,
everyone's
no, I
like,
hear that.
"God, Aston Martin's a really good driver."
Sitting there spending
Alonso.
billions, and he thinks, "Fuck, I could have just got Alonso and Stroll on SpaceX."
That's 4-dimensional thinking. That is. That's on a different wavelength to
I
the
don't
rest of
know.
us for sure.
If Stroll could like even out his peaks and troughs, then you know why not?
Perfect number 2 driver. Perfect number 2 driver for the team. If they start
Hamilton
to be fighting for a championship, Alonso
Hamilton
get the main
in
results. Stroll
undercut
pick up the
threat
pieces.
apparently.
Lewis in, Stroll in as well. Love that.
Aston,
2.5. That's not bad. Not bad.
yeah, it's pretty
Right, quick. Oh look, we're done. We beat you.
Yeah.
No. I demand a recount.
good. It's because it's red. It's a Ferrari. It's not meant to be
Ours,
fixed.
I don't know how well
Yeah,
our
no,
one's
yeah,
going to
ours-
drive
yeah,
though,
I
because
think-
it's a bit. You put the wrong
Yeah.
tyres on the wrong side.
Oh, yeah.
You've got a rear tyre on the front. No wonder it's
That is going to
wobbly.
drive
Yeah.
horrendously.
Oh, hang on. That's Ferrari.
Ferrari pitting now. Right, take tyres off. Ferrari pitting now. Box.
Right.
So,
Well, they were on the wrong way
Quick.
anyway.
Here we go. We're gonna have to work at this together.
wait,
The
we've
science
only
is
all
in.
got one drill though.
Yeah, it's all right. It's
Go on.
okay.
How fast does your drill move? Because I'm not convinced you've given us the duff one here. Look.
Yeah, no, it moves at the speed of slow. Carlos Sainz is coming
Yeah.
in at the end of the
almost
lap
like
and he's approaching
these are
the final.
designed-
It's a
sector.
1-to-1 replica of
It's-
Ferrari's.
Can't find the hole.
Yeah.
The tools at Ferrari's disposal.
I think what we have to do is try and aim to beat the Brazil pit stop from last year.
Okay.
That's the
Or the
overall
Bottas
aim
one
here.
from Monaco.
We got more chance of matching the Monaco Bottas stop.
Yeah.
Come back on us in a
Okay,
couple
here
of
we
days'
go.
time.
Right. You set up.
Right, make
Go
sure the
that way.
tyres are in the right position. Because I put the back.
Why would you go
He's
the
already
other
got
way?
his on the end.
Right, here we go, lads. They're in the pit lane.
right.
Go.
I'm not ready.
Hang on, whoa, they're not in the box yet. Slow
They're not
down.
in the
Whoa,
box.
easy,
Okay,
easy.
Put it
The
on the
wheels
wrong
coming
way.
off. The wheels coming off, lads.
This is so difficult. The gun's way too big.
Right.
Right.
Feed me the car. Feed me the car.
Right, boom. There you go.
Up.
Oh, okay, right. we've had a stinker.
Oh, no.
There you go, boom.
Get in.
We're going
Right,
for
down.
the back.
Right, good.
I'm sure that won't fall off.
That'll do. No,
on.
that's the wrong way. I'm a fool.
What are you doing?
There you go, lads. There you go, lads. Wait, how
What
do
have
you...
you done?
What way does the wheel not
come
go in?
on.
You just put it on the. You were like, oh, we're done. We're done. I'm just going to put it there. There you go. We're done.
I
Yeah,
honestly,
cheers,
honestly
Niran.
thought we were as good as on the
Wow.
Cars film then.
Exposed.
No.
Exposed by 5 cameras
We
in 4K.
managed one wheel,
Oh,
lads.
hello. Russell and that's Alonso.
No, it's Lance.
No, it's Lance. Sorry, it's Lance.
Go on, Lance.
Go on,
Get
Lance. Lance round the outside
Him.
of George
Go on,
Russell.
boy.
Oh, he's got him as well.
Yeah.
Let's
go.
Wow. Fair play.
Was this their undercut threat? Was
Fair
it Lance?
play.
The GOAT.
That's it. Mercedes washed.
We're up to 2 wheels, everyone. We're up to 2. Come on.
Maybe by the next race they would have finished theirs.
We're trying.
Go on. I feel like you were enjoying it so much earlier. I'll just kind of let you carry on.
It's because I'm a dad, so I've got like
That's the thing.
skills
You're
with
well
this sort of
versed
thing.
with kids' toys. You know,
Yeah.
it's here we go. So Stroll
nearly.
cut back
Flipping it.
on George. Oh, George kind of parked it there, didn't he? A little bit.
Oh, I'm gonna do this.
But Lance's skill, there's
Lance
just
is
too much of it.
Impeccable talent.
Yeah.
Around the outside, Bosch.
George Russell can't handle it.
Fair play,
Lance
Lance.
hurt himself carrying all that skill around.
He was able to beat one Canadian, but he can't beat the good one.
That's it. That's it. You know what? I've been impressed
if it
with
is the
Lance.
good one.
Been impressed.
Sorry. Oh, because Lance Stroll is the elite one.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
How old is Lance now, by the way, Haydon? Do you know?
He
He
is
joined when he was 18.
25. That's a complete guess. I don't know.
I think he's younger than that. I think
Yeah,
he's
I don't
same
know. Chat. Tell us.
age as Max. Because Max was 16 when he started.
That was
17.
genuinely still faster than the Brazil one, I'm just saying. That was still faster than the Brazil.
Stroll fastest lap, by the way.
Oh, he's so good. He's so good.
Look at him. Look at him flying. No, that's the thing. Like, we've got at least, if he wants to do 10 more years in F1, he could.
He doesn't have a choice. His dad will be like, no, you're doing 10 more years.
Yeah.
But Dad, my wrists don't work.
Family Christmas meal. No, you will be a Formula 1 driver.
I can't cut the turkey, Dad.
He's 24.
Here we
There
go.
you
Up on
How
ready.
is Lance Stroll still 24? That's
Oh my
crazy.
God. Another
Born
time penalty.
1988.
15-second
sorry,
time
1998. Sorry.
What is Ocon even getting penalties for?
Has he got another penalty?
Easy top
I
3.
don't fucking know
What did he get
anymore, to be
penalty
honest.
for?
I ain't got the
Existing,
Scooby.
I think, at this stage.
I think they gave him a 10 second
Ferrari pit stop.
for... Yeah, he got 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. I got a 10 second for the incorrect.
Right, so it's
Pit
just they've
procedure.
just slapped it together now.
So they've just, I mean...
Leclerc in.
What are they going to go
Charlie
for?
boy.
They've done a
Ooh.
better job
Hard.
than we did, I'll be honest with you.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think they've just about beaten us there.
reckon?
I feel like Ferrari's
Maybe.
main
Probably
plan was
2.3 is pretty
just to
good.
finish ahead of Aston. That's who they were worried about.
Who's that?
Ferrari. Their only plan this
They're
race was to finish
battling
ahead of. Because I don't think they're going to beat.
Aston.
I don't think they're going to beat
23 to
Red
go.
Bull.
23 laps to go. Alonso's only stopped once. Anyone do a 3-stop?
Ocon.
Well, who wants
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
a 3-stop? I don't think they planned to do 3 stops after 34 laps. We got Albon
Norris
still
had to do
P10.
3 stops
Come on,
because
Alex.
2 of them involved adding more air to the car.
Yeah, didn't even know really.
That means they're going
much
to.
of a thing.
We're still only halfway through the race. So surely Lando has to pit again for more air.
Oh, that million. Yeah.
A million stops. That's
Million,
a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
Millions, not 1,000 this time.
Not 1,000. No,
Yeah, million.
I can't keep saying 1,000. lads. I'm getting called out in the chat in the comments.
2,000.
Just for saying 1,000.
Yeah,
Rivethead
saying
asked,
1,000.
would...
Nothing else.
Oh, good question from Rivethead here. Would Lando go to Aston? But
There's
Replace
no.
who, though?
Yeah.
when...
I don't
it's
see
a
Alonso
question of if-
retiring.
Yeah, but he
Especially
has
in
to
a-
at some point. You can't go forever.
Not whilst the car is still a race. But this is
Yeah.
Fernando Alonso. The guy
no, you're
never
right,
gives
you're
up.
right.
Yeah.
That's
He's
the thing.
fueled by winning.
That's an example of,
Fernando's gonna
Alonso
drive
Norris would
straight
be
into
amazing.
the funeral home.
He could have
when
drive
he
his own
stopped.
hearse.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
And he
I'm done.
rags it down there as well. Oh, hello. Perez actually
Not
went
bad.
for the front jack guy took it away.
Could that be an issue for him?
2.7.
Not sure. Yeah, 2.7, not bad. Not bad pit stop.
27?
Yeah, I think that's the thing with Lando. That's why he's got some thinking to do, hasn't he, Lando? And it depends what opportunities open up to him as well, because he can keep driving in a McLaren and keep performing at the ceiling of that car and keep his stock price
Well,
higher. Is
Let's
important.
theorise. So let's say perhaps every chance Hamilton decides at the end of this season he doesn't want to do it anymore.
Especially if he doesn't believe in
yeah.
Mercedes are going to give him a title challenging car. That's a
Every
good point.
chance that maybe Red Bull might look to Lando to replace Perez. Sorry, I know he's doing well this race. So it's no Perez slander, I promise. I'm just saying. Who else? What other seats?
For me, it's only Red Bull that
Alfa
will
Romeo,
open up.
maybe.
It's
With
either-
Audi potentially.
Yeah, it's Red Bull
But it's all
or it's
potential.
a conversation where somebody is so persuasive and sells you the
Ooh.
dream and you buy it, basically. like
We're
Alonso had
talking
with
where
Aston
Lando
Martin.
goes next.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't see why Mercedes can't be an option if Lewis does end up retiring.
I don't see Lewis and Alonso are two people I don't see retiring anytime soon.
Really?
Yeah, everyone's always like, oh yeah, Lewis will retire when he wins his 8th a few years ago, but he's a driver who will keep on going because he just wants to be.
Because I feel like
He's got
He's
to
not
drop.
getting any slower.
He's
so-
got to drop an EP though at some point. It's NDA stuff. So I don't know. I feel like he's got to take some time to dedicate to that.
I think Alonso was quite clear that the only reason he came back is because he wanted to be able to. He didn't just want to come back just to drive around the midfield.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he wanted to come back because he wanted to be in a position to fight for a world title, and he took this Aston Martin opportunity. And it looks like they might be able to give that to him maybe next year. I think this year's a bit too early for that, but. I guess it's, what's the... And every driver's motivated differently. Like Rosberg retired after his first championship. He decided he wanted to hang up his boots.
One and done.
Here's something that I want to throw, is that I feel like drivers who are maybe more pushed into it by their fathers or they have, racing history, once they achieve what they've achieved, they're just kind of not as bothered as maybe drivers who have got there from their own way, like a Lewis Hamilton, like Alonso. They haven't had, like Rosberg had his dad who won a championship, was definitely put into a car by his dad.
Yeah.
You've got Max Verstappen, who everyone talks about, once his contract runs out, he's probably not going to be that interested the way he talks about it. There's other people
That's
as
kind of
well.
interesting actually, because I feel like a lot of drivers, make their own.
And it looks like
Max,
Verstappen's ready in a pit stop as well.
Does keep getting in the way of his FIFA playing.
Yeah, he's sponsored by EA Sports now as well, isn't he? So there you go, full circle. Here we go, Max Verstappen pit stop. Got to be clean from Red Bull. You'd think so.
Just making mistakes that we have a race. Let's have a fight at the front. You're going to win it anyway.
Look good.
Never mind.
Yep.
Nice and efficient from
And
Red
Max
Bull.
Verstappen wins the Bahrain Grand Prix.
2.3 as well.
Yeah,
Good,
that's insane.
Quick pit
20
stop.
laps to go.
Didn't even
Anything
need
can
to be
happen.
that quick, realistically.
Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
There's Lando
Lando. There's Max.
with minimal air.
Lando, just pretend you're fighting Max for the win. Just
yeah.
pretend.
Elbows out.
You've not been lapped. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
The unforeseen sequel even, by the way, medium watch
Yes, yeah. I was
is
just
now
about-
needed.
Yeah, I was about to say
because
that,
Lando's on them.
I feel like
Only
Drive
man
to
who's
Survive
using
next
them
year
today.
will use that shot to tee up some rivalry between Lando Norris and Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
Cuts to a team radio of Lando like, he pushed me off. It's like, no, he didn't.
Gasly's within a second of Albon, which I'm not too happy about.
Is there anything more McLaren at the moment than everyone's saying the medium is a really shit race tyre and then deciding to stick Norris on it?
I don't think they've got any tyres left with the amount of pit stops they've done.
I was going to say, I feel like it's one of those where it's like, we
true.
actually might have
They
run
run
out.
out.
Good point.
Yeah.
They're going to have to put the intermediates on. So,
I'm
would they
depressed,
bring the Inters to Bahrain?
Oh, overtake.
Hello? Oh, my word. Fernando got on the
Alonso.
inside of Lewis. There didn't seem like there was much room there.
All
but
the
he's-
time you have to leave
Oh,
at this stage.
big moment for
Oversteered Fernando.
Alonso
and
and
Hamilton. It's happening again.
Yes, come on.
Lance Stroll would have done that. He would have got the job done.
Yeah, Alonso just kind of dropped that bit on his own, didn't he?
I've wanted this for years. It's 2007 all over again.
Scrapping
That
again.
drama.
2000, yeah.
Give me that drama.
Scrapping again. Toto just sitting there, just totally. Yeah, I don't think there was
Fernando,
contact,
it's
was
not
there?
right.
He's sitting there thinking maybe we should have changed the fucking car.
Alonso's going
Yeah.
for it again, though. Yeah, the Aston is definitely looking like
This
the
is
quicker
what you
race
get
car.
when you slap side pods on.
Oh, the side pod arm.
No
Mercedes
need
Velcro
a wind
side
tunnel.
Oh dear. Yeah, we've got
Oh,
us
no.
throughout the field as well. Yeah, Joe's not had a great race, has he? Fallen back. De Vries. It's kind of closer to you.
He was
I
at the
guess.
back, so he's actually
he was at the
moved
back.
up
He's made
through,
forward.
through the course of the race.
Albon still hanging on to P10.
Hanging on.
Albon stocks up, right,
Fingernails.
Yeah.
down the main
Invest
straight.
now.
Fernando in the DRS again of Lewis. Can he make a move down his turn one this time?
Stars were
I don't think
bright,
he's close enough this time.
Fernando. Do you reckon he
Yeah, well, that's lovely.
got
There's
that,
a
there's
little
that
bit.
ABBA thing
Keep
up,
going.
up
See,
London,
I
innit?
knew if I just
don't know
threw
the
that
rest of the
out,
words.
you might pick that
Yeah,
up.
but, yeah.
Destiny, Fernando.
Ooh, yeah, the sultry tones of
That's
Womo
it. Now the viewership's just declined.
Now we're going to get a DMCA strike because it's just that good.
true, yeah, it's so accurate.
Yeah.
to,
Someone in chat
Abba
just said
taking
that
us to
these
court.
two are fighting and still catching up to science.
I
Hamilton
actually didn't.
Alonso
Yeah, I
catching
actually didn't
up to
clock
Sainz.
how close they are
That's
to
mad.
science. Yeah, 2.4 seconds. If Fernando can actually clear Lewis here, he will go on. He will jump to the back of.
Get out of the way,
I've
Lewis.
just
Come on.
realised if Alonso passes, oh my
Alonso
word!
cut back on Lewis.
Not down into here though. There's no room.
Oh,
surely.
here comes the chaos.
Oh, he's cut into the inside.
Move!
Oh, he's shoved it up the
back
inside.
down the hill.
Overtake.
Fair play.
Alonso.
That is
Alonso
top
back,
tier.
baby. Drivers champion.
And there's only
Train, baby, the hype train.
now the question is, can he reel in Sainz? Because
Yes.
he's 2.5 seconds behind Carlos
Come on,
Sainz.
Alonso.
And if he does, my prediction is 100% right.
Oh.
Is it?
Yeah. If Alonso
Stay
gets fourth
fifth,
here.
Alonso. Stay fifth.
Actually,
Wheel knowledge.
when we've got a minute, we'll get the predictions back up on screen. No rush, but let's reflect. We'll reflect with what 18 to go. Because I remember when we had Blake on, his predictions were completely wrong with like 10
And
laps
the
to go,
safety car
and then he was correct.
Yeah.
He was spot on.
Yeah, everything Blake says is wrong. Love you, Blake.
What does he know? What does he know? Yeah.
Oh,
that's-
this battle.
Ooh,
Wow, that was almost problems.
close.
A
to
lot
that.
of poo came out in Lewis Hamilton and Alonso.
Yeah. And of Hayden as well.
That is what separates them two from like the rest of the field.
What is that? They can do a
Goodness
poo in the car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, they
it,
can
and it
race
won't
like
affect
them.
them.
It's just,
That is beautiful.
give me a whole season of that.
That's it. They know how
is
to
delightful.
scrape. They know
Oh,
how
hello,
to give each other
Anna,
just about
again.
enough space as well. That's
All
the
the
thing.
time.
There's good mutual respect there.
Yeah.
But Lewis is definitely fighting back. So yes, let's quickly have a look at our predictions.
Lando's
We'll get them
in
up
that
on
fight as
screen. Oh, okay, Niran, you're doing bits at the minute,
Oh,
mate.
go on.
Yeah, tell you what. Tell
yeah.
you
Field
what.
knowledge.
Tell you what. It's looking good.
If Fernando can actually catch science, I'm telling you, we're out here.
Yeah, and then catch Leclerc as well, right?
Tommo, you had a stinker here, mate.
Yeah, a bit stinky from me,
Lomo.
I'll be honest. Yeah, Lomo.
Fernando
I'm Lomo
P2 is still. No, it's not possible.
You know, technical DNS.
It's all right. It's a win for you anyway because Albon's in P10.
For now.
Albon.
I
Till
mean, yeah,
Gasly
that's,
gets
that's
him.
the win.
Gasly's still within a second.
Yeah, Gasly and Tsunoda.
I will celebrate like that meme where it's like the guys in on third and you got the champagne spraying it.
Just other
That'd be me.
guys, other 9 people above.
Get with a can of water's going straight over my head.
Striking distance, 2 laps.
What was it that had to happen if you were going to go streaking down the high street?
Albon
I've
points,
actually
wasn't it?
forgotten. Was it?
It was Albon
Was it
points.
just Albon points? I
I'm
think it was
pretty
just
sure.
Albon
Yeah,
points.
we'd have to ask the editors. I'm sure they've got it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just
No one
Albon.
deserves to see
I
that.
think it was just Albon finishing, to be honest with
And
you.
if you want to be a part of it, just follow the signs.
Yeah.
It's in the public's best interest that doesn't happen. No one deserves to see that.
The public's best interest. Right,
Yeah,
Fernando
Hamilton's-
is going to drag Lewis Hamilton, by the way, up to Carlos Sainz because Lewis is still in DRS. We're getting a 3-way.
Whoa.
Let's get
No, I'm
pop-
just asking you guys. Are we going to
Oh,
get a 3-way?
sorry.
So who's getting left out? Because there's 4 of us.
Sorry, Tom.
There you go. With
He's
terms
too
of
busy
service,
streaking.
We're out.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the
is
terms
life.
and conditions coming onto the show.
Right, we've got a poll in the in the chat going, by the way. So get your responses in. I believe it's will Hamilton re-overtake Alonso?
Oof.
Because he is still within a second.
17 laps to go.
Oh, Ocon's having a little moan.
Oh,
He's having a little
why
moan on the
penalty
radio.
now? Well,
Well, because he broke the
Oh,
rule.
big lock up on Lando.
Hello.
Oh, he needs more air.
Medium
bring
watch.
him into some air. Stick the wets on.
Almost wiped out Lewis.
I think he just really wanted to get involved, and I back that. I would be the same.
To be
I
fair, he's
just
got
wanna-
DRS on them, so being on the mediums is at least keeping pace with
he is
these guys
actually-
on old hard.
Yeah, no, he is genuinely like keeping pace with them.
This must be tough.
Oh, no!
Ferrari reliability back again.
Alonso podium! Come on. Come on, Alonso podium.
Foolishness.
No power for
Leclerc.
Charles Leclerc.
It's
He is out of
Ferrari's
this race.
engines this year. Yeah, we
Leclerc-
haven't got one in there either.
Yeah,
No,
Bears, that's where we've gone wrong. This
Aye,
car
aye,
would
aye.
now beat Charles Leclerc around Bahrain. There you go, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
used
Ferrari,
to
no.
mock Ferrari fans, but now I honestly
I
Now
just
we
feel
just kinda
sorry.
feel for them.
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, we're getting any sort of virtual...
VSC,
It's
baby.
literally just come out.
Nah, we need a
Virtual
full
car.
safety car.
Is anyone going to
Now.
benefit
Not
from
because
this?
of safety,
Who-
just for drive to survive stuff,
Is,
okay?
is there anyone who still needs to pit, by the way?
no.
It
Out,
won't-
like, out of sync, there isn't, is there?
No, I don't
so
think
it
so.
actually isn't going to help anyone, really.
Who's going to be brave and just shit house
Send
set a
it.
new soft?
Albon, Gasly, Snowden all coming into pit.
Yeah, it's gone already, isn't it?
Yeah, just seemed to give up the ghost.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's related to his energy store replacement.
Yeah, perhaps.
So he needs another one now.
It just needs some more air. Slap a bit more in there.
Could this mean Alonso podiums on the cards?
Could be.
Could you imagine, actually?
be.
They need to
Because
replace
he
that
was
again.
catching science.
Yeah.
It'll be, yeah.
Penalty after at round 2.
Will this VSC inhibit
Well, there's no
Fernando's
smoke
chances?
coming out of it, so that's a good
The
sign.
end, the light was flashing red, and he didn't do
He's
the
not
old
on
big.
Is it like an
fire.
electrical fault?
That is a
maybe,
good sign.
instead?
It's not burning.
He's not on fire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's
Good
that?
sign.
Is that like the head honcho of Ferrari about to fire everyone?
Yeah.
Well, look,
enough.
you can get rid of Bonotto, but that's not going to change everything overnight. And it wasn't
True.
You know, there was more to it than that. I do think he was made a bit of a scapegoat, I'll be honest.
The order's changing, by the way.
I'll tell you what, De Vries P10.
Who is pitted out of
think
those?
De Vries
Gasly
must have
has.
not pitted.
Gasly has. Oh,
Gasly-
Red Bull.
Gasly and Tsunoda definitely have. Why is Gasly now ahead? I'm so confused by that order. Okay, we've
be
got some
fair-
guys on softs now. Yeah,
Yeah,
that is going to be...
Albon,
watch.
Gasly, Joe,
Soft
Tsunoda,
watch,
Sargent,
yeah.
Magnussen, all on softs.
The Red Bulls have enough of a gap that they can literally just box
Magnussen
and...
is now in front of
VSC ending.
Hulkenberg.
Oh, never mind them.
VSC is ending.
Look,
Charles Leclerc, mate.
Charles, don't show this. Let the man rage in peace.
Let the man drink his...
You know
I
what
hope
I
it's
mean?
not sparkling.
Now, but he's hot and sweaty, so this is getting like a lot of people
Do
very
you know what I
excited
mean?
right now.
It's got a green cap, and that usually means it's sparkling. That's all I'm saying.
Sparkling water is the worst thing.
Could you
to
imagine-
create
He
on
deserves
mankind.
it. If I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
he deserves it if he's drinking
If that was
sparkling.
Kimmy and there was a camera in his face like that after retirement, he
Yeah.
wouldn't stand for it.
No.
No, he wouldn't.
You know what I mean?
Or Zidane-esque headbutt.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have it.
Charles, just have to F off, man.
Yeah.
Right, well.
Be mean.
De Vries stayed out, which, I mean, he's got
he's gonna
soft
get
runners behind him. He's going to get caught up, surely, isn't he?
He's going to get absolutely rinsed, I'm afraid.
Albon is doing
Well, I
so
think he's-
well, his tyres are not actually showing up. So
Yeah,
he
he's not
doesn't have
actually
any
got
left.
any.
he's
Yeah,
got his
he's
own
not-
special.
He's on softs. He's on hyper soft. He's brought back the pink
he's
tyre.
he's just on the rims.
He is back. It's looking good. Wow, look, that helps Albon
I think-
get at least a point.
Yeah.
I think that
Pretty
VSC
guaranteed now.
helped out Alonso because Hamilton's dropped back.
Yeah.
He's not within that second anymore.
Yeah, and he's actually closer to science as well.
So now Alonso can just focus.
Oh, here we go. There's always a moped nearby in it.
Play the sad music.
Do, 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 do. Oh, a Gasly on Albon.
That'll
Oh,
go
sorry
into
about that, my friend.
DTS.
Oh, there's another
it was
battle
gonna
going on
happen.
behind us. We've got De Vries, Joe,
gonna
and
happen.
Tsunoda.
Oh, my
kicking.
goodness.
Oh, my word.
Go on, Joe.
scrapping.
Go on,
Go
lads.
on, Joe.
Go
Get
on,
the
Yuki.
switch back,
It's an
Joe.
alpha battle.
Go on, Joe.
Yuki on
Get
the
him.
inside of Nick De Vries. Yeah, Nick De Vries being hung out to dry here on hard
It's
tyres.
the most fashionable fight
Come
we've
on,
seen.
Joe.
Yeah.
Come on, Joey.
Spare
Go
a thought
on.
for Crofty having to commentate the team names involved in this one.
Crofty's a big Slipknot fan. Did you know that?
Is it?
Yeah, he's a big metalhead.
Apparently, I think Kravitz is a bit of a Deadmau5 fan as well. I've heard him mention Deadmau5 a few times, which I respect.
I know that he's been to a Marshmallow.
I respect you.
I know that he has. In his shorts.
I respect that.
What a guy. What a man. Love Ted.
You know what? Albon held off Gasly for long enough. P10, I'll be happy with a point. I'll take that. You take those.
Ocon's pitted for a 7th time today.
Oh my goodness. Alplan.
Someone needs to ring him up, Alpine, and say you're not getting points for the most pit stops.
Yeah. Don't know what you got told over the winter.
Yeah, Gasly's coming back. I'll tell you what, as much as Gasly, what, P20 to P9,
Yeah, good recovery drive.
Great drive.
Really good recovery drive.
but also Alonso's move is looking like an absolute worldie of a call right now, isn't it? Will Hamilton overtake Alonso?
Ooh.
66% of you say no, and yeah, I think that,
Well,
that
finally,
ship sailed.
yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say it might have sailed a little bit, yeah. As Ocon is now officially out. He's given up. I know I would have done as well.
Ocon DNFs.
I'd be on the bus home.
Ooh, it's just outside DRS now.
Again, that wasn't an optional retirement. The FIA just said, look, you've had so many penalties, just
Give it
bring
up
it
for you.
in. Black
Give
flag.
it up, mate. Give it up, bro.
Also, Dan, in these kind of situations, when you've got a driver who's like miles off the back in 17th, 18th, 19th, whatever, does the session turn into like a test session? Would the team
You can
account
still
for that
get-
and change the approach?
Not necessarily, but you can still get valuable data. It's a trade-off between how important is the data you get and how important is the mileage you're not putting on the engine
Yeah,
Oh,
good point.
components.
Joe
Yeah.
fucked it up.
In the first race like this, you know, you're probably quite interested in your tyre wear and things like that.
Yeah.
So,
Mileage is good mileage.
yeah.
By the way, lovely stuff from Tsunoda getting that double overtake.
Well, no, I think it was more on De Vries playing the team game. He
Yeah,
hung
De Vries.
Joe out to dry on the outside
Yeah,
of turn
yeah.
one, and
Yeah.
that allowed Yuki to
Get
get
involved.
him back.
Yeah, because there's no
Yeah,
point
good
Nick
stuff.
fighting with you
Yeah.
because he's on the hard
And then he
tyre.
held up Zhou for
Yeah, you're right.
quite
Yeah,
a
beautifully.
few sectors as well. So
You're right.
Alonso
Team game.
watch. We are half a second from signs.
Oh, here we go.
Podium. Oh my god. Are we
Oh
actually
my
genuinely? We are
God.
actually. I think we might actually get a Fernando podium day
Yeah.
one here.
It's looking good.
Oh my god. Yeah, the hype train.
Looking good, Brev.
It is
Brett.
looking good. Brett.
and both Red Bull's engines are going to go at the end as well. So Alonso win.
I mean, it's happened
Subscribe.
before.
I'll take that pain for an Alonso
Fucking
win.
like and subscribe.
It's happened before. Yeah, he's right on the gearbox now, isn't he? 2 Spaniards. Childhood hero. Right up your
Classico.
chuff.
yeah.
El Clasico, that's it.
Classico.
Classico, no.
They're both Madrid fans, aren't they? Shame one's not Barcelona.
Yeah, no, it would have actually been.
Barcelona. Science on the radio. What's he saying?
Try
Try
to
to-
protect position.
No, what do you think he's going
No
to do?
shit.
Right, well,
Might not make it to
yeah,
the
nah,
end.
Carlos, mate, just let him through. We've got a bet on.
Yeah, no, push, and then free position for Stroll.
Yeah, Science saying if I push the end, push to defend, I might not make it to the end,
So
which is
concern.
concerning.
Oh, he's
Time
rhyming in the
there again.
car.
Bars.
What a man.
What
Jeez,
signs?
yeah.
Signs is.
Yeah, it's a
He's
smooth
got that
operator.
dog
isn't
in
it?
him.
Wow.
What's the
MC
dog?
Carlos.
The dog's a Chihuahua.
Yeah.
MC Cat.
Alonso radio.
Oh, yeah.
Get him out of the way.
Or giving a
basically.
little.
Just
Give
say,
it L.
I'm the biggest Spaniard.
lion.
I'm the biggest Spanish bastard here. I'm gonna take you on, mate.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, is he close enough here? I
Could be.
smell a lunge. I smell a lunge.
Right.
Round the outside into turn 4.
Send him to the shops.
Cool,
Cut back. Fernando
back.
Alonso. Carlos.
Oh, my word. That was almost gone back. Nip and tuck.
So
Science
close.
parked it, didn't he?
Mate. I tell you what,
Fernando-
through it, I smell a second lunge.
Yeah.
Alonso's had so many near misses this race. Oh, don't. Is he going to do it again? Is he going to do it again?
Not
Is he
again.
going to do it
Are we
again?
getting the Alonso special?
Go on. Switch
Down
it
the
back.
hill.
Did you see?
Oh, he knows.
Carlos has been watching the highlights.
Science looks up. Cut back from Fernando.
And through
DRS
goes
now as well.
Hamilton. sorry, guys. I was just preparing.
Through goes
my
Spanish.
word, that's close.
Oh, Fernando's got it done.
End of that middle DRS straight.
What a move.
Yeah.
So we've had some
There's
really
no
good will-to-will
stopping this
racing
bad
this
boy.
race. Scrapping. Love it.
The hype train is on time.
Choo-choo. Alonso P2's not looking so bad now, is it? I mean,
He's
it's not
got
going
to
to
hold on for
but-
it for what, 11 laps?
Oh, wow.
He
Mad.
can as well. He was so much quicker than Carlos.
Do you reckon
Sainz is gonna have to
Hamilton can
worry
get
about
Sainz?
Hamilton now, isn't he?
Sorry.
I think he can. Hamilton Sainz, you reckon?
Nah, Alonso's only
think Hamilton
25
gets-
seconds
Well,
behind
Sainz
Perez. He'll
sounds
catch
like
him.
he's already
Easy.
concerned about tyre life. So.
Yeah, Hamilton's on the charge now as well. Look.
If Alonso gets Perez and Hamilton gets Sainz, wasn't that where you put them? Didn't you put Hamilton P4?
I put Verstappen, Alonso, Perez, Leclerc.
Yeah, we're all kind of in the bin now because of Leclerc.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
Charles.
I know, innit?
But we've
Wrong
got the top
Ferrari.
three. We've got the top 3 now.
Wrong
So-
Ferrari.
yeah.
And then if Hamilton gets Sainz, we've got 4 of them. Let's go.
See,
All
look,
we
we
need.
did say this before. We like Ferrari race pace. Even if Charles doesn't break down, you know, Sainz is getting swallowed up here by not
Yeah.
just Fernando but also Lewis.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, Sainz's tyres are just completely fallen off, innit? He's got 10 laps
Yeah.
to go.
Oh
my
my
God.
God.
That was actual contact, surely.
What did he do? Because
Yeah,
Sainz
Sainz
just
said
didn't
he touched
accelerate
him.
out the corner. Like after the apex. How did
Yeah.
you gain that much off the corner? That's mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's
What
almost
is
like
he-
Sainz parked it,
Yeah.
but Alonso was already a little bit alongside.
It's just
so.
so much more momentum.
Parking it on the apex makes sense because the driver behind has to react to you
Yeah,
because
no,
you're on the
thousands.
apex.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he's on the exit of the corner. Like it's already the corner's gone. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Joe's just got ahead of Sargent by the looks of it.
Yeah. Well, there was concerns about Ferrari's tyre degradation coming into the race, and it seems they are well founded.
Absolutely.
No,
Absolutely.
Zhou was fine with Sonoda, so Sargent's caught up to Zhou.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah,
Sargent's
that's
gonna
true,
get
actually,
him.
yeah,
Sargent's
he
going to
is.
get Zhou.
No, you're right, actually.
Go on, Logan. Zhou's 6 seconds off Sonoda already. They were literally battling.
Well,
Like
he
3
must
laps
have some sort of damage or something because he's dropped off massively.
Yeah, surely.
Who's this, sorry?
ago.
Zhou.
Zhou. Lewis. In
Got
the
the
DRS,
DRS.
Carlos. Mercedes is a bit faster in a straight line this season.
To turn one, he's thinking about it. Oh,
He's shown his nose.
Yeah, those tyres are done. Look how early he's braking.
yeah, Science
it's
is
a wrap.
finished here.
It's a wrap. Fred Vasseur's crying at the moment.
Monge 2, Monge 2.
Monge 2, Del Boy, Monge 2.
Here we go, down into turn 4. Nah, not quite.
Close enough.
Yeah, Lando's just following these two. He's just like, oh,
Thanks to the free toe.
he wanted to play. Yeah, if you're just behind, but you can keep up, you won't get blue flag, so you're fine. Do you reckon Stroll could catch Sainz by the end? I was thinking 10 laps to go.
No,
if
I
Sainz
don't.
is really falling off a cliff,
If these two fight a bit, then potentially.
this is the thing. Because Sainz is Stroll's 6 seconds off the back of
Yeah.
Hamilton. Hamilton's within a second of Sainz, so.
Oh, well, that's not the line, Lewis.
Ooh, Lewis, yeah, that's a bit wide.
No, it's not the line.
It's the Stroll line.
But it is. No, it is. It is.
Lando's just there, just like, hi guys.
Maybe the mediums were the. Oh no, he's on the hards now. Never mind. Wait, I swear, he hasn't pitted though.
I guess the thing for McLaren, it's
Maybe
like
they just messed
mileage
up
on
the
Yeah.
graphics.
Nah, medium watch. No, they actually managed to turn them into hards whilst he
Yeah.
was driving. Yeah.
They put so much air into it.
Yeah, into the tyres. Yeah.
Yeah, he thought about the lunge, didn't he? Cut back. Sainz locked up a little
Sainz
bit. And
watched
then,
his overtake earlier on Hamilton on the big screens whilst he was going down the
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah, thousands.
I
Yeah.
know.
This ain't
It's
happening to me.
You're not getting me, sunshine.
Sargent's ahead of Joe as well.
Lovely stuff.
Go on,
I tell you what, P12 for Logan Sargent is a sensational
Yeah.
debut, mate.
Especially as Alex Watt P10. So only
Happy
Yeah.
Fernando on the radio.
Yeah.
That is, he's a happy boy.
That is a strong haircut.
Yeah, what, son?
He
Go
saw
on,
Valtteri Bottas over the summer.
Yeah,
Like, I
mate,
want a bit
yeah.
of that.
heard
I'm a
about
bit of that
the
Australian
epidemic of
mullets.
mullets in the pit.
Epidemic.
Yeah, apparently it's getting about now.
Yeah, you don't even mean to get them. You don't even go to the barbers.
You
You
catch
just
it.
wake up
Dan
one day
will
and
be
you've
next.
got
I
a
can see it's growing out.
Ah, my hair takes forever, but my beard is really quick.
You'd have a sick mullet.
Yeah, can I do like a reverse mullet? Like,
Yeah.
Isn't that just being bald with a beard?
Okay, yeah, fine, we'll do that. I mean, I'm
You
nearly
just had
there.
like no hair, just like a tube of hair.
Yeah,
Like, and
yeah,
then just going around the back.
That's why I love coming here into this studio, because you can pick up my ball patch on the quality of the
That's what I mean. You can see the hairline for me. It's like straight.
We're gonna
Well, no,
change-
sorry, the other way, straight, and then
I'm going to change
boom.
the name to the last hair.
yeah. My shocking trim in 4K.
Oh, Carlos Sainz complaining of bouncing.
Why am I bouncing so much?
Boing. Easy. You can see actually.
Porpoise.org.
They did struggle with porpoising a lot last year. Ferrari. They didn't.
How do you even spell porpoise?
Quick.
Oh, I don't know.
Is it like
should
is it
know
like
by now.
is it like
POR.
tortoise or is it like is it like,
POR,
like tortoise or
We
Porpoise.
should
Or is it like
know by
purpose?
now, but
Well, I'll tell you what. Williams and AlphaTauri were the two teams that I were thinking were going to be towards the back, and Albon's P10, Yuki's P11. So
Sergeant P12?
fair
Yeah.
play. Like
Nico Hulkenberg 16th.
Haas have really Haas and McLaren have really dropped the
I feel like Haas have got
dropped the clanger. haven't
quali pace. Oh, Lando's boxing for more air.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, I feel like
Eight
Haas
laps
have
to
got
go.
Tyre
quali
car,
pace,
come on, McLaren,
but
please.
no race pace.
they've got to be just saying, just save the engine.
Yeah,
Fifth stop
surely that's just
for
the wrap
McLaren.
now.
Fifth stop. Fifth. Mad. Here we go, Lewis.
I feel like that Ferrari's just too quick in a straight line.
Lining up Carlos Sainz.
They're just saying, by the way, they're just confirming they lost the engine for Charles Leclerc
Ugh.
in terms of his retirement. So
all those,
that could be a
all those
problem.
reliability fixes. That,
There was no smoke or no fluid coming out of it, so it could literally just be a sensor that's gone duff and
Really?
just shut the car down. You know, it does happen.
Yikes. Not good. Cool. Albon's 10 seconds off the back of Gasly now, so that Alpine
Norris
has
has
got
come
good
back
pace.
out, so it wasn't a retirement. so
Christ.
Actually,
Zach
Gasly's
Brown,
fastest
what are you
lap as well.
doing?
He's going fastest lap.
Fastest lap, stealing away
Yeah.
from Alpine. I can't believe
To be
Gasly has
fair,
fastest lap.
yeah, I mean they could be fighting at the end of the season, Alpine and McLaren.
Yeah,
so
yeah, no, that's quite
Take away.
Although I bet
point
that feels
right
a
now.
long way away from McLaren right now.
well, it did last season, didn't it? And then they rocked up at
Yeah.
Imola and got a podium.
Yeah, but the field's a lot closer this year. That's the
Daniel
problem.
Ricciardo
There's also 4 good
sitting-
teams this year.
Daniel Ricciardo sitting in Rebel Hospitality, smoking his cigars that the 18 million McLaren paid for.
Only the finest. That's it. That's it.
Box of Cuban cigars.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
no,
on Lewis.
So thanks, Zach.
Cheers, Zachary. You're P20, mate. You're right. What you said though, like you look at Ferrari's trajectory since them and McLaren were scrapping in 2020, and you look at how, yes, Ferrari haven't had a great race, but they're still miles clear of McLaren, aren't they? Avoiding curbs. I think Alonso just wants to consolidate here. Fernando,
Yeah.
7 to go. Right and all.
He's just asking, I guess, when
I
he
am
can
on
start
level
to
7. What does
serve.
that mean?
Level 7. He's prestige, mate.
Yeah.
So what? Fernando's already pulled 5 seconds on Sainz as well.
Yeah, that's mad. Carlos Sainz is
Oh, Hulkenberg getting a little warning for track limits.
Naughty. Very naughty.
Because he spent so much time away from the circuit.
Yeah, he
was
doesn't
off,
know what
so-
the line. He doesn't know
Yeah.
what the lines mean. Wouldn't happen if it was Teo Porcher in that car.
At this stage,
It's
though,
not going to be him though.
you've got both your cars 25 seconds ahead of the next. Do you switch the engine down just to consolidate?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I say that gap Perez to Verstappen's come down a little bit, but I reckon a lot of that's probably just managing.
Yeah, you can turn it
engine,
down
innit?
a bit. It's a long season, so why not?
Yeah. Any little bit of extra mileage you can get out of it, you might as well.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's like a whole pit stop as well.
This is the kind of the domination I think we kind of thought maybe we'd get at testing. 25 seconds.
And I think it's track dependent a lot as well.
It
isn't
is, yeah, of course. But Ferrari have not even been close at any point, really.
Yeah, science is really struggling. Hamilton's still within a second. Stroll's closed that gap
He
to
is
4.7
closing.
now. So yeah, I
But-
think Stroll will be on the.
Could be on the back of them by the end, but
Yeah.
I just don't think.
It depends
I'm
how
not
much
getting
they
my
fight.
hopes up,
Yeah.
basically.
If Hamilton and Sainz
Yeah,
really
but cool.
fight and take a lot of time off each other, I
Happy
think
with
Stroll's got a good chance.
I'm
I
content.
don't think they're
with it.
going to, though, because Lewis isn't even in DRS anymore.
I
Yeah.
think Stroll's done well considering.
Yeah.
You know, no testing. He's got an injury.
He's 10 seconds off Alonso, same gap Perez is to Verstappen. So, you look at other teammates in the field, Russell to Hamilton, similar gap. So, I think you can be happy with that.
Yeah, I think that's solid. I
With
think that's really, really
no
solid.
Finally
risk,
see Max
No
Verstappen.
toes.
I haven't seen him on screen
Yeah, we've
for.
just remembered Max is in this race.
Yeah. No, we're ignoring him, remember.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's this guy?
Who's this?
Why is Jos
Is there,
Verstappen
is there a
on track?
streaker?
What do we think? Obviously, it's hard to if we're going to give driver of the day. We've got 6 to go.
Alonso, bang. Don't even finish that sentence.
Yeah, I think Gasly deserves a shout as well.
Yeah.
Gasly
I
P22
think Albon
points.
deserves a shout as well. I think Sargent.
Both the Williams. Yeah,
I think Ocon, to be honest, because just the sheer amount of penalties that you can pick up in one race is actually impressive. So,
Norris for not purposely just pulling over and saying, F this, I'm done.
yeah, because I
Despite
would have
7 pit stops.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
something between Stroll and.
I
oh,
think that's a sensor problem, surely.
Yeah.
Right. Hello. Oh, God.
we've got
Yeah, they're
Haas and
nowhere near each
AlphaTauri
other.
scrapping.
Yeah, oh, Lord, it's Magnussen.
That's De Vries
inside of
on,
De
the,
Vries.
on hard watching it.
Yeah, they kind of stiffed De Vries, I'm not going to lie. I don't know why they didn't just pit him.
I think they did it to try and help Yuki out.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it worked, to be fair, for Yuki, so he's not...
And they're still
yeah.
probably not going to get in a
I
point.
was going to
Are
say,
they?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 1.1, he's on the edge of DRS.
Yeah.
He might
That's what I
just
mean.
nick it. Sadly for you, and sadly
could.
for everyone at home who wants to watch Tommo's streak. Might not be
No, that
happy.
happened. I hope you do understand.
Yeah. So what happened to Lance? So it's
I think, yeah, he's
Locked up?
taken the Lance line, hasn't he? He's just testing it again. There we go, yeah. That's all right, Lance. Don't
I
worry
feel like
about
it is faster because look, I don't think he
Carry a
lost
lot
any
more
time.
corner speed. A lot more corner speed through there.
See-
See, you've broken too late.
And if you've got 3 track limits warnings, you might as well use them up.
Yeah,
you know?
no, I hear
True,
that.
yeah.
For me,
Big brain.
It's still
gravel.
4.3.
Gravel on the outside of that corner.
Grab
So
on the
many
outside
people
of
will
that
get caught
corner.
out.
Yeah.
So many people getting beached.
Rap.
You just want the
Absolute
whole
rap.
world to burn.
Yeah,
don't
I
you?
do.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah,
I hope
that's fair.
Albon goes in it.
Nah, he'll have
Right, security.
he'll have a special plank on the bottom of his car that just slides over it.
Yeah. I thought you would just say he was just got the skill not to do it, but no. Okay.
Well, no, he literally did it earlier, didn't he? He literally did it.
Yeah,
so-
exactly.
You might be in luck. Yuki's dropped off.
Oh, Alonso radio.
They're saying-
Oh, this is a lovely car to
Oh,
drive.
you know what? Happy Alonso is a great character.
Yeah.
arc.
Better than that shit Alpine.
I thought you were going to
he
be
should
started on that
and
fucking
now watch his
McLaren.
engine blow up.
That is essentially what he's saying as well, because he never said that about the Alpine.
Yeah. We used to hardly ever drive, and it was blowing up.
Even when he got, remember he got a podium in an Alpine. Remember in
Yeah.
Qatar, like it's not like he didn't have good results in that car,
won
but
a race in an Alpine.
he did.
Yeah.
Hungary.
He did indeed.
Bit of a
Ocon
weird
beat
one.
him
My day.
last season as well. I mean, we'll forget all the
Sonoda.
reliability issues, but
Sonoda within on the edge of a second to
Like a
Albon.
random story while we're watching this.
Yeah,
Go on.
hit us, go on.
We had Fernando. Vettel lost his second place through disqualification in that Hungary race,
Yes.
didn't he? Because of the fuel.
Yeah.
Word on the grapevine, and what I hear from people still in the know, is that the engineers were shouting down the radio, telling them to turn the engine down because they weren't going to make it. But someone higher up said, "No, just push to the end."
Really?
Yeah. And then when they took the fuel sample out of the car, they spilt some as well.
They spilt some.
Wait, the
That's
team spilt some?
unforgivable.
Yeah.
That's absolutely
Because I just
unforgivable.
assumed it'd be someone from the FIA coming in and taking the sample themselves
Yeah, they
to
have
make
to
sure.
watch. No, they have to watch.
Oh, okay. And then we're like, oh.
And any Aston Martin staff will know that's now referred to as the floor sample.
Oh my god! Well, because couldn't that like happen to like Max could pull in at the end and then take the full sample and just tripped, and then he's disqualified. That could actually happen.
If there's not enough to take another sample.
Oh my god!
That is ridiculous.
Because if you remember, they were scrambling around, weren't they, trying to get fuel out the fuel lines and everything to get enough for it, and that was why apparently.
Oh man, that's tough. All this multi-millionaire sport, you know, all this money that goes into all the resource and. Whoops.
Yep.
Yeah.
Spillage.
I can guarantee whoever that engineer was has never done that. Has never been the one in charge of getting the sample again.
Yeah.
You know what? If
Right,
Albon,
Stephen, yeah, you're gonna drop
He
it
gets
again,
asked for a fuel sample again. He's just shaking. Not again.
Shout out to that guy though, because fucking hell.
he's not going to be popular.
Nah.
I'll tell you what. If Albon does lose P10, if I could pick anyone for him to lose it to, it would be Yuki Tsunoda
It
because
would be Yuki.
I love Yuki.
What a boy.
Hulkenberg has been noted for multiple track limits.
Not.
Oh.
Naughty Nico. Yeah, that front wing really ruined him at the start of the race, didn't it?
Oh,
Shame.
Now he's under
He's actually
investigation.
they might as well have just said that from the get-go,
Yeah.
lads. There's no point knowing
Thanks
it.
for the double graphics there.
Yeah, thanks.
He needs
Whoopsie.
53 seconds of penalties.
Just heard in
Norris
the
gains a place.
Hulkenberg's got 5 seconds.
He has.
Don't rub it in.
5 seconds for Hulkenberg. Oh dear.
Oh, well, that gives Norris some hope. 55 seconds behind.
Norris, we need you to
Yeah.
push.
Or his next air pit stop.
Yeah, they should have kept Schumacher.
They've
Clearly.
both done 6 pit stops, him and Hulkenberg.
Fucking hell, I just noticed that. And then that's positions lost.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
Because I was about to say, why has Gasly done 11 pit stops?
11 pit stop.
I don't remember that.
Come on, Alex.
the other
Keep holding
Albon.
on, son. Oh, Yuki locked up.
Yuki.
Oh,
big mistake
unlucky
as well,
Yuki.
Well,
Yuki is swearing down the radio as we speak.
Oh no, Yuki! I'm so upset you locked up, Yuki. Oh
I
no.
don't know, you see, I'm starting to sense a little bit of sarcasm.
Oh
Yeah.
nah. What do you mean? What's that?
I know.
It's almost like you want to run around naked.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy it?
There's no shame in it, Tom. It's just a
I
bit.
can't
you get a
remember.
thrill
When
out
did
of
I
it?
sign up to this?
You signed the terms and conditions.
Where's
Where's
the
the
receipts?
contract for the last lap?
Where's the
Add
receipt?
that
Oh, is it in the small
it's
print?
in the contract.
When you're at home rewatching this later tonight, you can just rewind it to the beginning where you say, "Oh, I'm gonna get all my kit off if Albon scores
okay,
points and
that's
go
it.
down the high street."
Yeah.
And us three saying, "No, don't do it. The court order says you can't do that anymore."
Listen. I'll definitely be going out on sauce. Gasly fastest lap. Still Gasly fastest lap.
Pass L of the day. You know what? I kind of hear that. That has actually, if we look at their race, little bit stinky, low key, just a little bit.
But it's got to be McLaren, hasn't it?
Oh no, it is. No, but I'm just saying.
gotta say
There's Hasser in there as well.
So we're not getting invited to any McLaren launches now or Haas launches. We need to
Look.
start a list here.
They're not. We've been good.
Have we?
Yeah, we've
you mean?
not said any
Like,
flaws.
it's the
Over
truth.
there.
Yeah.
You
No,
can't.
It's the truth.
It's the
They-
truth.
they- you know,
But you've got to be
it's L.
objective. Like
It's L.
that, they know it's stinky. We don't need to tell them that. They're
Think
P20
about
and
positives. Now
P17.
they know the correct amount of air to put in
Before the race.
Yeah.
before the race,
Yeah,
that's
and
the
also
practice.
during the race as well.
Yeah,
you
That's
know?
having issues with both cars that have essentially ended Lando's race as well as Oscar's. That's not good.
Can't deal with upsetting this many fandoms on Twitter.
I don't know.
You're definitely not in your element, upsetting as many people as possible. Dan.
That's humanly possible.
It's definitely not your
Oh,
thing.
Joe's pitted on the last lap.
Forte.
That's not a great sign.
Yeah, but he loves the show, so he was like
loves
for
the show.
for the boys. Shut up.
You know he had to do it to him.
There's so many puns. Max Verstappen,
Penultimate lap of the race.
12
Max
seconds ahead.
Verstappen, yeah, he's gone clear.
great day for Red Bull.
11 positions
Ominous.
gained for Gasly. Look at that.
Look at this. What a man.
And all Christian thought that all that 7% less ATR time would cost him between a quarter and a half a second.
Not in the beginning of the
Yeah.
season, though. So, again, here's me coming out with some reasonable knowledge.
Okay.
It scares me as much as it does you, chat. The 2023 car, what you're seeing now, would pretty much all have been done before that penalty came into effect. So, like I think I said it earlier, that you're not going to see it really affect them until like halfway into the season when they have to make difficult decisions between do we continue developing this year's car or focus on next year. So people will be looking at this thinking, oh, that aero penalty didn't do anything. Well, the car was done well.
It will
before
Too
Yeah,
soon
reason.
to say
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, no, fair enough. And that's the thing. It's like if Red Bull can build an early advantage, then they're more likely to be like, okay, yeah, let's offset to 24.
Yeah, and you're also giving an aero penalty to the team that has the only bloke on it that will design a F1 car on a napkin. So I'm
Yeah.
not really sure what you hope to achieve with that. Right, maybe you should have reduced their pencil allocation or something. I don't know. Big up, Adrian.
Right, what are we on, Niran?
The last lap, ladies and
yes.
gentlemen. Lap 57 of 57. Verstappen has quite literally checked out. He's in the airport already.
It's closing up to
and
Logan
has
Sargent.
got his baggage
Yeah.
in the hold. He's that far clear.
He's lap 7 of the cars, so he's coming up on the rear of Logan Sargent.
Yeah,
Whether
who
they'll
has had a
overtake or
really
not.
good debut.
Yeah.
In the other Williams, Albon looks if he's going to hold off Yuki Tsunoda. Great stuff for Williams, grabbing a point in the first race of the season.
Please, come on,
Hopefully,
Alex.
Hopefully for Tom, but not hopefully for the public of
Residents of London,
the residents of General Central London.
please close your curtains.
Yeah.
Oh, dearie me.
And don't put on
Piastri,
BBC Local
Piastri,
News
hard to really rate. I want to do like rookie watch. Piastri was doing okay.
Doing all right. He gained a couple positions, didn't he? De Vries
Yeah, he's moving up.
Stiffed a little bit by the strategy. Sargent, well done.
Yeah,
Good man.
great job, Logan.
Hulkenberg.
But here it is. Max Verstappen, final sector, final lap, the last lap. Don't forget to
You
like
can't
and
say- you
subscribe,
can't
by the
say
way.
final lap, though.
No,
Not on this show.
I'm sorry.
Contractually, you can't.
I'm sorry.
Was that
Get you
trademarked?
Yeah.
We need a bleep
That was the first
machine.
show.
Bleep machine.
Beep, beep. Round the final corner, Max Verstappen is your race winner for the Bahrain Grand Prix.
He's done it.
He's done it.
Max Verstappen.
Starting off the
Well, I just
season,
realised the
25
graphic down
points.
the bottom says final lap.
Did it?
Our own graphic says final lap. That's
That is
brilliant.
absolutely outrageous.
Max Verstappen wins.
I like it actually, Lolo. That's good.
There you go.
Ahead of
1-2
Checo
for
Perez.
Red Bull in the first race is very ominous.
Who would have seen that coming, eh?
Ominous has been used a lot. That has been a very popular word.
The
Clearly,
man of
I
the
don't
hour.
care.
Clearly, you're not invested.
There he is.
Oh, Fernando.
Fernando, the train is pulling up into the station.
Here we go. It's on time as well. It's not been delayed.
And fair play, Carlos Sainz holding off Lewis Hamilton, by the way.
Yeah, well done. Fernando Alonso P3.
On the podium. Let's go.
Sensational.
Chuffed with that.
Look at that.
Aston Martin.
Well, it
that
wasn't
will
all hot
mean-
air. It wasn't all gas.
No, that will mean
that went in the McLaren.
yeah, yeah. All the gas came out of.
But not only
Lando.
P.
Stroll holds on for P6. Let's
Yeah, woi.
Yeah, listen, Stroll held up his end of the
Got a-
bargain, so they're
yeah,
going to be
done
second
well.
in constructors.
Just got to wait to see
Yep.
if Albon gets his point.
Come on, Alex. Yuki's point 6-7 behind.
I think he'll hold it because
Come on,
they're
Alex.
halfway around the circuit
Hold.
now. So
Hold.
Bottas in the quietest P8 in the entire
Yeah, a good
history of
race.
Formula
Credit
One.
to Valtteri. Big credit to Valtteri.
Yeah, well done. Don't think we spoke about him once, but he did really good. He did really well.
Best of the rest now,
Yeah,
really.
yeah,
like,
that is best of the rest, isn't it? Well, I guess.
We'll just
Yeah.
assume that.
yeah,
you got top
yeah.
four.
got
I
that.
think
Look at that showboating with the double car.
showing off. That's
So-
it.
No.
Well,
They're just taking the piss there.
Yeah.
the Haas is
Well,
like,
why
get
not?
out of my way,
He's
please.
like, I'm involved.
Yeah.
Joe got fastest lap.
We
Scalped
are
Gasly at the end
some
there.
prime Red Bull shithousery, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Is that confirmed
Those
Albon P10
fireworks.
now?
Sure, why not?
Surely, yeah, go on then.
Surely.
We'll have your moment in the
Come on!
He's done it!
Up the Albon. No, you know what? Williams,
Up the
P10,
Albon.
P12.
Crazy. That sounds you can't say
Sorry, what?
that. Who's going up the album?
Up the Albon.
And
P10, P12.
what they
Oh,
do
look
in
at
that
that shot.
shot.
Lovely stuff.
Wow.
Fireworks.
Green
Hey,
fireworks for
fireworks.
Aston Martin.
Yeah, I was going to say. They
Tell you
loaded
what.
them up.
I'll tell you what, the people in the local area are, they're not going to be happy with the noise there, really, the fireworks.
The scorpions in the desert. Gonna be
I mean,
fuming.
as if they've not just had a Formula One race for like an hour and a half. as well.
Fernando is chuffed.
So,
Right, shall we have a look at the Drivers' Championship first and foremost? 'Cause
yeah,
we've got the graphic.
it will, obviously, yeah, it's the
I
same
wonder
as
how
the
that will
race.
look compared to the finished result.
Oh, you don't even get a bonus fastest
Tell
lap
you
in there
what.
to mix things up.
Joe
took it.
stole
Oh,
it
did
in
he?
the end.
Yeah, what
Oh,
an old
Dan
bed.
Fallows there. Look at him.
That's it.
Like,
Good
yeah,
old-
I'm glad I traced that Red Bull.
And then constructors as well. Let's get a look at this, see where everyone's sitting.
Obviously,
the nil point.
The nil
Charles
points.
Leclerc, 19.
Sad time.
P2, let's
Wow,
go.
look at that.
Aston
Yes.
Martin, P2 on 23. Red Bull 20 points clear.
Only
top.
just the beginning.
If you told me this weekend that Mercedes were going to outscore Ferrari, I'd probably be thinking, what? But there you go.
And they'd still be third in the Constructors' Championship.
Mad, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's it.
raucous stuff.
You got to
The
think
F1's back,
maybe
baby.
if Charles hadn't broken down, would he have been able to hold on to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
I think
he
he had the
probably
pace.
would have.
He had-
I
'cause
think
he had 11
Alonso might have
seconds
been
on
right
as well.
on the back of him.
Yeah,
Because I think they would have pushed Alonso maybe a bit more.
Yeah.
What
the
is
end.
this?
What
He's driving
in the
up
world?
onto the.
Oh,
God!
no! Oh God! That
And
wasn't a
that's-
flat surface.
He's broken the
car
floor.
damage,
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go. That's the aero penalty. Just going to rip the floor apart.
If you haven't seen it, just Max driving up onto some ramp, and he kind of. I thought his rear left looked on the edge.
Bodge jobbed it.
Sent
Yeah.
it onto the ramp.
Right,
Didn't quite
predictions,
make it.
lads. Let's have a look then. See who got closest. Who took the
I'm
predictions?
fuming. Leclerc ruined mine.
Dub.
Leclerc absolutely ruined mine.
Yeah.
Well, you two
Not
copied each
really.
other's homework, so
Yeah, that's outrageous.
Will
Yes.
knowledge over
Yeah,
here.
will knowledge.
Mate, are we the farmers? Because we've got it wrong, lad.
are we the farmers?
We might be the farmers there.
That's a good question.
I'll take a top two.
Lomo
Red
at it
Bull.
again.
Lomo.
Yeah,
Lomo.
that's
Yeah,
stinky,
but
mate.
Albon P10 made up for it. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, outside of what other particularly strong drives did we feel like we saw throughout the field?
Logan
Gasly,
Sargent.
Sargent.
Bottas, just a quiet
Yeah,
race. I think
Bottas,
Bottas
yeah.
was just like not close enough to the Russell Stroll, but not in that midfield
Yeah.
battle either.
Yeah.
He was just
He got
very,
caught, I
very
think, by
good.
Gasly at the end.
Right at the end,
but
but-
I think he was just chilling.
Because he was
to
on
be
hards
honest.
as well, and
Yeah,
Gasly was on
yeah,
softs.
yeah.
So I think very strong.
Hey.
What a shot!
That's a
Yes.
great shot for that.
I'm
going
going to give a shout out to the mental fortitude of Lando Norris.
yeah.
Constantly having
Yeah.
to reinflate his car.
yeah.
And what do we think
Feel
of
for him,
the
yeah,
race
I'm
as a
really
whole?
feel for
Bahrain season opener, 1 of 23 is done now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
What do we rate it? What do we rate that race?
Thought it
Five.
was
average.
Yeah.
Out of the season
yeah.
so far, 1 of 1.
Yeah. No, it will.
I'll give it a
forever go
6.
down.
I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
That will be one of the.
There were some
Formula One
really good
races of all time.
scraps. There were some good
I,
scraps.
I would give it a
Field.
6 if there was a fire at the front.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
was
just
missing
a
that,
drive
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
The fireworks are still going on, by the way. This is mental.
The entire yearly budget of
Bahrain. Yeah.
yeah, it's one fireworks show.
And also potentially, I'm hearing it in my ear that Hulkenberg might have a 10-second time penalty. For
Whoa,
multiple
more hope for Lando
track
Norris.
limits.
Yeah, no,
I know,
I think
right?
that was confirmed in the race, wasn't it? One
Yeah.
of you two told me that.
Well, no, he had a 5 seconds,
Yeah,
Oh,
5
so he got
seconds.
more.
So he's
but
got
you might
more,
actually
yeah.
have 10.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, well done.
Good on
Well
you,
done,
mate.
Hulkenberg.
Oh dear, never mind. Oh, look at that.
This
Fernando is absolutely buzzing with
Fernando.
this extremely old man. Big ups him.
Yeah.
And that's the thing; it's on merit as well.
And then the other guy as well.
This is what's like, and I do feel like from what we've seen, we've got a top 4, and then we've got the rest.
Yeah.
Maybe Alpine, obviously, if Gasly's not starting at the back, the Gasly momentum through. Maybe Alpine
Yeah.
are kind of in between. Maybe they're the midfield on their own.
No, I think maybe Alfa Romeo could give him a chance at the moment.
Because
I
Joe
think
had a
Bottas-
shocking start.
I don't know what happened to Joe. I'm hoping for him that there was some sort of damage or problem with the car because he was just
He had
quite
like
a bit
2
off.
periods, but he was right there in the midfield and then just like fell apart. Just after the virtual safety car, which was really weird. But yeah, Alfa Romeo pace looked okay-ish. Alpine looked pretty okay-ish as well.
Yeah, I just think
You've got to then hope as a McLaren fan that sort of like, at the very least, you're in that scrap, really.
this is the issue for McLaren. Yeah, they've
Because at the start
so
of the
much
race,
more
it was a bit of a
competitive now.
free-for-all, but
Yeah.
towards the end, yeah, you kind
The only
of
thing that gives
sort
me
of hats
hope for them
dropping
is
out a
that
bit.
it happened last season.
It did, yeah, and arguably it was kind of worse last season because at least they
Was it
finished-
though?
No,
Because this
for
season
me,
they have reliability issues, which is kind of worse, isn't
yeah,
it?
I hear that. I do hear that. But last season they both finished 19th and 20th,
Yeah.
but
and it was and it was actually on pace. Like if that wouldn't have happened today,
The thing is, last season, like McLaren obviously had a good car at the start of the year because they got a podium in Imola, which was round 4.
yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I feel like this year, I mean,
If that,
I don't know.
if McLaren had the same mentality of Ferrari, Zach would have been gone by now.
Yeah.
But is it Zach in charge or is it?
Well, it was Seidel. And
just
this is what I
he
mean,
just doesn't
right?
like
Zach
it.
is just.
I'm a big fan of Seidel, but you got to look at where they are now. I know he's just left to Alfa Romeo. Maybe he's felt a bit of a sinking ship. I don't know. But like they've lost position each year since 2020. third, fourth, fifth.
Yeah.
I mean, sixth.
They've got some stuff on the way, so
would
there's
they
a bit
take
of hope
sixth
for
at the
them,
minute?
like the wind tunnel coming and some other stuff as well.
A team
So,
of their
but,
size with the resources available, it's unacceptable.
yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
They're winning championships. You know, they've been known for winning championships in the past and not really being that far off. And then I think really since 2013, it's just it's never been the same.
And again,
for them.
Aston Martin have proven it can be done.
Yeah.
You can be at the back last season.
and
You can
build a
turn it
good
around.
car.
Should we say
In the cost cap era as well.
Should we put Aston Martin down as the Manchester City of F1, where they're just buying their way to the top?
Yeah.
I like that.
Can we just start that rumour to upset that fan base as well?
yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah. There we go.
See,
Sorted one for
already.
one.
Lance Stroll is free. All Lawrence had to do, well, we won't go into what he had to do to
Yeah.
create Lance Stroll, but, you know, he didn't have to pay any money for it.
Mechanics of it.
Investigate the Strolls for financial fair play.
Yeah,
I
fine,
think,
yeah.
in terms of driver of the day, I think Lance deserves a bit of a shout as well with his injuries.
Yeah,
and he managed to carry
He's
that to a
done really
P6.
well,
Yeah.
you know, with one toe. So
Yeah.
I think it's exciting for Aston Martin.
Stroll on the back.
He's done really well,
Yeah.
considering he had wankers whiplash.
That's it. Allegedly.
allegedly, yeah.
Right, should we wrap it there, boys?
Yeah, I reckon so. That is.
Thanks for coming to the last lap show. Sorry about all these jokers. We'll sort it out for the future. And yeah, nice one.
He's taking over. Going to hand the reins over.
It's his show now.
But yeah, thank you all for coming. Drop a like on the stream as well if you enjoyed what you saw today.
Yeah. Like and subscribe.
Subscribe,
Yeah.
notification bell.
Yeah. Notification bell on. We're filming a podcast in a second. Actually, that'll be out on Tuesday. So feel free to stick around for that. All the clips as well going out on YouTube, on TikTok. The Spotify audio gang only. Yeah. over on
Only in your
Spotify.
ears.
Yeah, only in your ears. Where else can they find us?
We have an official B-Reel account yet.
Yeah, we haven't actually said that one.
No.
Yeah,
Not Be Real.
You can find us on Be Real.
So, MySpace,
MySpace,
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
MSN Messenger.
In the advertising section of the newspaper,
I think
we're in there as well.
yeah.
That's audio only though.
Newgrounds. Do you remember Newgrounds back in the day?
The Flash version edition.
You might be too young for that.
Yeah,
actually.
no,
Where,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm the oldest one here.
We're on-
I remember Newgrounds. Don't worry. We're holding it up for the oldies.
You can find us on Happy Wheels as well.
Yeah.
All good platforms basically.
And if you're listening to this as part of your McDonald's Happy Meal, then
Not
Amazing
sponsored
stuff.
yet.
Not
Yet.
sponsored yet. Yeah, but it
McDonald's
will
hit
be
us up.
But yeah, cheers everyone for watching. We'll see you again for the second round in 2 weeks. Adios. See ya. Good one.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah.